We're going now. Yep, it says we're live.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
You have to
Sorry.
excuse us for a minute. We just got our food in from DoorDash, so we're still stuffing our faces while we're going live here. Amber didn't want to, but
No, because in my opinion, it's rude.
well, can't help it that DoorDash didn't get here until just before time to
I'm
go
not
live.
blaming anyone. I'm just saying it's rude to eat in front of everybody.
What's that? Thumbs up. Well, y'all want to know what we're eating?
Whataburger.
I'm eating a patty melt from Whataburger.
I'm not eating anything right now. I bit my tongue and I'm sulking about it.
You cry, baby.
I am. It hurt.
In her defense, she is bleeding. That's what she gets for being lippy. I had a back smasher. Believe that shit, right?
That's right, Odd. DoorDash was rudely late. Well, actually, the girl called me because she couldn't find her apartment. She was in the wrong apartment complex. So I had to step outside and direct her into our apartment.
Mom?
Say hello, Kelly and Patrick and Tammy and Teresa and Robert and Nick and Tina and Brian and Candace and Elizabeth and Mickey and Drea and Kamitha and Glenda and Jill and Odd and Jackson. We got Beth in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody is here tonight. Cynthia. Yeah.
Feeling the feel good.
Hey, there's Nana.
What am I working on? It is just a small little. Hold up. I'll uncover it. It's a Diamond Dots. It's just a pink rose. I figured I'd start my small one over here. Just a rose.
She's still working on Angelique over there.
She's almost got it done.
I've got the very, very top to do. And a little bit of the extra. Whenever it's done, I'll have her show you.
I can't remember how I had these stupid things.
And I'm still kind of working on the Vibe Tribe TSA.
I'm working a big one. My stomach aches, my mouth is cut my tummy off.
I haven't had a lot of time to work this week because I've been busy working. So I finally got approved to drive for Uber along with Lyft. So I've been out doing Uber the past week or so. And it's very lucrative.
I think it's good.
And of course, this college knows how to party. These kids start partying
Turn
on.
up.
These kids party every night, but Thursday night especially is a big party night here. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is just crazy.
That's good.
Well, welcome, Diamond Lady, and hello, Pikachu. Long time no see.
My tongue hurts so bad.
And Whataburger is spicy stuff.
Well,
It's
Odd,
spicy.
these college kids, there's a regulation in town right now due to COVID. I guess the mayor figures that COVID only spreads from 11 p.m. on. So all the bars have to close and stop serving at 11 p.m. And so these kids already been out drinking at the bars, the ones that could get into the bars because they're only running at 50% capacity. So there's lines down the block for each bar for kids to get into. So some of them don't even get into the bar. So then they find out through Snapchat or Messenger or whatever that there's a big house party somewhere off campus and they all want to go to the house party. So I stay busy all night running them between house parties. There's like 3 party streets that all the house parties are always on. And I spend most of my time bouncing between those 3 streets all night long.
Brian, remember, I'm always here if you need to talk.
Yeah, baby boy. You know you're my favorite son, right?
Hey, Dawn Marie and hey,
He's my
Phyllis.
son.
Hello, Helen.
Why are you my favorite? Shh. Don't you tell him that?
Right, Phyllis? Cha-ching. Hey, Ellen. She says, hi, Dave, Amber, and Amber's mom, and Hank. Oh, I got some sad news.
Yeah.
Honey didn't make it this week. It was her time to go. Was it Thursday night?
Yeah, honey.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday or what?
I think it was Tuesday night. You texted me while I was out driving that she
Hank
was.
is fine, but Honey went to heaven. She died peacefully in her sleep. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, she's a hamster, and I don't even know how old she was when we got her, but
And we had her for 6 months.
we had her for 6 months. But yeah,
She texted me like Tuesday night and said, I think there's something wrong with her. She's breathing really slow and she's not moving very fast.
and she was cool to
And,
the touch.
yeah,
but
she was
she
kind
still
of-
breathing.
Yeah, and she was laying in a weird spot that she never lays in. By the time I came home that night, she was back in her little strawberry house that was in there for her. And she was still breathing and cool to the touch. Well, I kind of pulled the house off of her to see and look at her, and she kind of moved her way over into another spot
Oh,
behind
Phyllis,
it.
I'm
and
sorry.
She didn't.
But again, we didn't know how old she
Yeah.
was.
I mean, I didn't cry, but I wanted to. It was sad.
But she's in hamster heaven.
She is.
No, Hank is doing just fine.
No,
over here.
Hank is fine.
He's just as
Hank
much
is
trouble
like,
as always. Yeah.
Begging for treats all the time.
Right.
Hank's too stubborn to die on us.
No, he'll outlive us all.
Something. You won't outlive me.
You never know.
Right?
But yeah, I'm still stuffing my face over here, so.
Doing all right. No.
Yeah, we went out today because somehow or another I kind of thought NASCAR was today and it turned out to be last night, and I missed it while I was out driving. And so this morning we got up and decided me and Amber were going to go rock hunting for rocks for her tumbler. Researched a few spots, went and stopped and got us a rock hammer and a bucket and a mesh bag. And we went on a hike at a local public use area, they call it. It's not a state park. It's just
man, and they got a lot of rocks.
Thank you, Beth.
Yeah, we got a whole pile of rocks. We don't know what kind they are because we're still new at this. Some of them look like they're going to polish up really nice in the tumbler, but we won't know
There's
for.
probably a good 6 or 8 pounds here.
Yeah, we got a few runs of rocks. I don't know what those are.
These got to be broke down before we wear them.
Yeah.
But you crack that one open.
That's pretty cool. Hey, your Waterburger is free showtime.
Hey, no advertising. We don't get paid for that.
Yeah, I'm not a Whataburger affiliate.
Too bad.
So-
Make your rock shiny and smooth and pretty. So you can display them. I love being a rock hammer, but I can't be out there for that long.
So while we were out, I found a piece of sandstone, and I was gonna bust it with the hammer to see what it looked like inside because it didn't
It's
look
called
like
lapidary work.
it didn't look like a regular piece of sandstone. And so I busted it with the hammer, and that's what we ended up with, a hollow rock. And I don't know, it's not a geode because it doesn't have any crystals growing in it.
But there's kind of a fossil looking.
It kind of looks like a fossil shape in there. Like there was something in there.
What was it that you researched?
I researched it and it says it's a concretion. there's how it went back together.
This is that's a turd.
That's a turd. Okay, maybe there was one in there that
Nice.
that the sandstone kind of formed around and it just kind of disintegrated. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of neat.
Danielle Burdo. That's a new name.
Danielle Boudreau.
My bad. I butchered your name. I'm sorry.
I am still working on
It
it.
was a fossilized cow patty.
I am almost done with her.
Yeah, Mama's still doing Angelique. She's got maybe
An 8.
an 8. Yeah.
I was hoping to have it done by tonight, but
So we have a new rock tumbler on the way.
Whataburger, Christy.
What a burger! See, what a burger! What a burger!
And I'm eating a patty melt from Whataburger. They're really good.
I'm having the bacon Whataburger meal.
I just had a regular burger.
Yes, it is, Nana.
The one I have right now is noisy. It takes approximately, 7 days for the first stage, 7 days for the second.
It's supposed to take 7 for all 4, so you're supposed to be about.
Well,
a month.
if you let me finish, please.
Yes, dear.
4 for the fourth stage, or third stage, and 3 for the fourth stage. This is the one that I'm using. The one that we're getting in the mail is a 7-day each step. And you can take as many steps as you want. Just depends how shiny you want your rock.
But this one here, you could still go 7, 7, 7, and 7. The instructions that came with it are for kids to hurry up and
Duh.
get it. But it doesn't
I know
do the
that.
same. It won't get the same shine if you do 3 and 4 at the end.
I
instead
know
of 7.
that. That's why I said this one that I have right now.
Heck no. We got to be dead up on the damn roof. Oh, I'm glad you're damn fine.
I did roofing work for several years. I'm so used to being up on the roof, it's ridiculous.
A rock tumbler is just that. You put the rocks in there, you put your sand grit, whatever
a-
sand grit,
A rock polisher.
Yeah, it's
And
just a
it
barrel.
tumbles it for a week or
Second, and I'll
so,
show you a difference.
and then it makes them smooth out.
Okay. For decorations purposes, Phyllis, honestly, this is
Piece of dinosaur bone,
a piece of dinosaur bone.
been polished on one side.
It is a noise maker.
It has not been polished on one side.
That one was cut
No,
and
that was
polished on one
cut, not polished.
Oh.
That's what the outside looks like. That's what the cut looks like.
Yep.
This is what
Yes,
it turns
yes,
to
exactly.
when it's
side. Tumble.
polished. Tumbled. This is I'm assuming, month process from this to this.
Amber, want to go get some of my polished?
But now the big piece won't go that small in the tumbler.
No, that's just, this piece was probably about,
If you have a
about like that
garage,
corner.
it works better because they're loud and effers.
Now the one we've got coming won't be as loud because it's got a rubber barrel, and so it won't be as loud. This is a plastic barrel, so you can imagine putting rocks and water inside of a little plastic jar and putting a lid on and then shaking it up, and that's what it sounds like all the time. But now the next one we've got is a thick rubber barrel, and so it won't be nearly as loud.
I use my rocks personally as healing rocks, crystals, the like. I've been a rock hound all my life. Yeah. Yeah. Nana, we can make some.
Yeah, she was thinking about doing some of that, making cover minders out of some of them.
And this is amethyst, polished and unpolished. This one's not polished. This one's raw, what they call raw, and this one's polished.
Straight out of the geode.
And the small one, the polished one, probably started out as the size of
This.
that one before it was tumble.
Thanks, Mommy.
Yeah, we're trying to learn. I'm trying to learn them for sure. I know she is
Me,
too.
I don't care. I care. Hold up. I care, but I don't care. Me, it's just the wow factor of, oh, I made that ugly one look pretty. He, Mr. By the Book, is kind of driving me nuts, but I understand where he's coming from with it.
I just want you to get the best possible outcome as you can.
I get it, but let me do me.
Okay, dear.
But it's me, the whole shiny aspect of it. I don't care what it is.
And see, with me, mine's the shiny. And what is it?
I didn't mean to get snappy. I'm sorry.
No.
You can do your thing and I'll do my thing.
Yeah, I'm getting myself one too. Because she's got me into it now and got me wanting to try it. I mean, have you ever been to like a caverns or a state park that had a gift shop, and they always have all those really shiny different rocks organized by what type of rock they are, and
Like
they're really
this?
shiny.
I got this from the Vulcan when I went to Birmingham.
And you can like pick them out and buy them by different types. That's how they made those. They picked them up as just raw rocks out in the forest, and they tumbled them in a rock tumbler to get them shiny and rounded like that.
Here's my amethyst girl. And my black tourmaline. I did not find it.
Mom bought those.
Yeah,
Amethyst,
Pippa,
tourmaline, and hematite.
I'd love to come down to Australia and just stake me out one of those opal mines down there and find some opals. I would love to do that. Take a raw opal and put it in a tumbler. Oh, that'd
what
be
did
so
she
pretty.
say this was again? Do you remember?
Which one?
The
Tourmaline?
black one?
No, this is tourmaline. This is amethyst. This is
A black?
that thing
This?
that centers your system.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll send you a box of rocks so you can
and
patiently.
opal is very soft. It won't take as long to polish it.
Pippa, let us know how much it is. I would love a box of rocks.
Australian rocks. That'd be cool. I was watching a show not long ago called Australian Opal Hunters or something like that. And it was kind of like the U.S. Gold Rush show that's on Discovery Channel. And they had this one place where you could go out, and if you were there on a certain day, you could claim a stake of land that was like maybe like 1 acre of land or something. And you had to mark it out yourself and take the paperwork to this guy on this certain day and be the first one there to claim that piece of land that you thought might have opals in it, and you had to start digging. And some of these guys found some really nice ones, but yeah, you have to dig down pretty deep, like dig a hole straight down and go down in, and then you have to tunnel underneath the ground to try to find them.
Dig a tunnel.
So yeah, it was,
dig a tunnel.
but they were getting some beautiful opals out of the ground.
Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. Sorry, I went all Lion King on you.
Oh. Goodness gracious, now I'm fat, dumb, and happy. Woo.
My tongue still hurts from where I bit it.
Come here, I'll bite it again.
No thanks. Your teeth might fall out.
My summer tooth.
I'm an asshole. Ah. Start here.
Opal is a pretty soft stone, though. So you have to kind of watch it.
Yeah. But they can be tumbled. I've seen it.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. That's how they get them all nice and pretty.
You can hand polish them too. I don't know that I would want to go through the trouble of trying to hand polish.
Nah, not unless I had my Dremel. And Shane has one, but
I've got a Dremel, but I'm not gonna take the time to sit there and hold a stone in my hand and cut my fingers up with a Dremel.
It was beautiful and stuff.
I don't even know where I left off the other night, to be honest with you.
Either.
So I'm a pepper tonight.
You're what?
A pepper. Dr.
That's Dr. Pepper? It tasted diet to me. I don't know. One of y'all's got my Dr. Pepper though.
Let's see. That ain't no Dr. Pepper.
That's cool. They got our order wrong.
I don't know. This could be cooler. I don't care.
I don't either. I drink it all.
You want to show them this? I really.
I don't want to undo it, Mom, because then I gotta go do it again.
I'll help you.
That means Amber, you better do it because you've got to listen to your mother. Well, thanks.
It's only two.
I know, I'm just being an asshole.
Beautiful. Okay. I want to take this. I did help you. Hey, what's that?
Oh, he's not getting enough attention over there.
Pepper, you're a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper? I'm so excited she's almost done.
She's just got this whole section on the top, basically. Hi, Connie. Yeah, I'm doing my. I know I started off weird. Yes, I'm starting my canvas in the middle.
It has taken me forever. That one's Angelique. Is she not?
Yeah.
By
Not sure.
what's her name? I'm not sure.
You know what, Pippa? It looks like she is.
I did. I said yes.
Oh. I didn't. Y'all drive my ADD nuts.
Bro.
I can't keep up.
Bro, you gotta keep up with me.
Yes, I did, Phyllis. I did. It is.
See, that's why you never do so.
Let me get the link for you.
It's perfect.
Thank you, baby boy. I'm getting excited because I should be done by tomorrow.
Somewhere.
I'm offended by they have not changed Cracker Barrel name yet. Makes you a little racist. No, they were talking about Cracker Barrel.
They were?
Yes.
Oh.
Ah, Brian got it for me. He's quicker than me on that.
Yep, yep.
Yep, there's the group. Brian shared the link, y'all. So if anybody's not joined yet,
Biscuits.
jump on over and join. Make sure you answer
Thank
the
you,
questions.
I am enjoying her so much. I don't want to finish her. I mean, I want to, but I don't want to. You know, I don't want it to end.
Where's the cord for the
Hey, Kazoy.
Yeah, good question. Hold on.
light pad? Because I can plug it into the other USB port on the computer over here, so it's not dragging in front of you.
Nope, that ain't it. That's part of it.
One in, there's the other. It is down there.
I get weather depression, Drea, so bad that if
Wait
I
a
don't
second.
go outside and get that vitamin D, yeah, I get nuts. Winter makes me cry too.
I cry all the time. So it's fine. Actually, I lied. I don't cry as much as I used to.
No, she doesn't.
I still get emotional, but what gets me recently is my snarky attitude. And even sometimes I get tired of myself. And then I have to go like,
Amber,
sorry,
you're a Sagittarius.
I'm an asshole
You're a
Sagittarius.
lens, and you are the middle child.
Mom, I'm a straight up asshole sometimes.
Yes, dear. But I love you.
She agrees
You're
with you.
my asshole. There you go.
As long as you still love me.
Oh, yeah, I
agrees
still
with
love
you.
you, please.
She agrees with you. That's
Because
the funny
it's
part.
true. I can be an asshole.
I can't be you.
Not intentionally. Like, I get snappy and I don't mean to be. Then I go, oh, wait, that was a little harsh. I apologize. My bad. Sometimes I don't apologize. Sometimes.
Yes, we have put. Dave's trying to put us right now.
I did. I told them tonight they were arguing about something,
I don't even remember what it was about.
and I told them they both, if they didn't stop arguing, they could both go to separate rooms and not have any dinner tonight.
And then I complained about not having dinner because, fat girl got to eat.
That girl gotta eat, man.
I love it when my daughter said that.
I know, right?
She was about 4 years old or so. And she said, I told her to go clean her room. And then she protested and said she was hungry. She says, but Ma, I'm hungry. Fat girl got to eat.
It's because she heard you say it.
Her daddy, not me.
And so now it's a running thing between me and Amber. I don't say it with my granddaughter because I don't want to give her a complex. But
I jokingly say that. I know I'm not fat. I'm a little thick, but I know I'm not fat.
Robert, hello.
Hi, Robert.
He says I have done your Facebook day.
Thank you. Yep, I will jump over and get all the approvals done.
After we're done here.
You're a Davis now. You're not Dave. Nana said Davis's TSA link. Oops.
Oh,
Typos. It's
thank
fine.
you. Yep, that is my link. Now, Nana, I never understood that. If they use the link, do they automatically get the 15% off, or do they have to use my code for the 15% off? I never understood that. I thought that the link just sent it as a referral, as me as a referral, but I thought they actually had to use the code to.
Well, you see, Pippa, I was wearing my, my comfy sports bra and then my white t-shirt, and I got a little too hot, so I decided to take my t-shirt off, and my leggings come up past my belly button, so my belly was covered, so I was okay. But it was just me and Dave walking around.
And we were deep in the woods.
And then we ran into a couple, and then I got extremely like, oh, snap, I should have put my shirt back on.
But the other couple, the girl was wearing pretty much the same as Amber, except she just had gym shorts on with a sports bra. So.
But, yeah, no, I have no problem walking around in just a bra and pants as long as my belly is covered.
But it was like 100 degrees and humid, and we were walking up and down steep hills on a trail. And
my tatas were covered.
Yeah.
So
bodacious.
bodacious. Ooh, I don't have just tatas. I have bodacious. Oh gosh. Yeah. No, I felt extremely awkward when the guy stopped to chat with Dave, but
yeah, he was kind of doing some staring. But his girl was wearing the same thing. She was actually wearing less.
she had less filling in her top, though. So I don't know if that's what caught him off guard, or if he's just a pervert.
You have little top houses going on.
I don't have little ones.
A bit.
A lot of it
You're welcome, Dave.
comes natural in the family.
Right?
Yeah. Brian's like, la 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 la, New Year's Eve.
It's okay. I have to listen to this crap now.
Yeah.
It's okay. He's going, la, 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 la.
Dude was just jealous. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll go with that. If I were alone, I probably would have ran for the hills, but I'm glad I wasn't
Hey,
alone.
Kurt, what are you doing?
The spot he suggested we look actually turned out pretty good, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Until we ran through a tick nest.
Oops.
I got home and
I flicked one off of me, and then he pulled one off me, and then he had like 4 or 5 on me.
I had 5 on me.
Hank needs to say hi, guys.
Well, come on up, Hank.
He's right there. Let you.
There, he said hi.
Have a good night, Nick. Tina colors and crap. That's it, nest. Close. Tick.
Ticks.
Tick.
Like, yeah, ticks. Bugs. They give Lyme disease.
Seed ticks. Little tiny, super tiny.
Yeah, they were smaller than our drills. They were tiny little things. I found 5 of them. I hope that's all I had. I couldn't find any more, but
Wiggle butt Dave. Yeah.
come here. Come here. Oh, come here. My
Hi,
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Shalane says hi. Yes.
Hi, guys.
Yeah. You get the butt scratch? Oh, yes.
Oh, but scratching. Oh.
You got the licky spot.
They are disgusting. I am so happy that I stayed home today, Brian. You have no idea.
Yeah, they were really bad out in the woods here. I didn't expect to find that many.
How do you like my new grinder?
Hot pink.
It does not show up well on camera, but
It is, yeah.
it is like that hunter orange hot pink, like very pink,
In your face.
like electric hot.
Yeah, it looks orange on the screen, but no, it's neon
It's that
pink.
neon pink. And it is so pretty.
The lighting.
Yeah.
Here, put it up next to mine and maybe they could see it better.
Biscuits.
Yeah, right? Does
Still
that
looks
give you
orange.
any idea?
Still looks orange.
Hank, you're sitting in my sticky spot.
But it's hot pink. Pictures don't do it justice.
You're sitting in my sticky spot staring at me. Why? Why are you staring at me?
Because he likes you.
He's staring at me judgingly.
It's not neon orange, it's neon pink. It's pink in person.
Hank looks smaller.
No.
Jaws 3A is smaller.
I think he gained weight, actually.
Yeah.
Do not step in my sticky.
He sat in mine, so you can step in yours.
No!
And he's just gonna lay
Yeah,
down.
over
You
here.
can lay right there. That's fine. I'll move my drills.
Oh, hi, Ferd. I'm such a good boy.
I have no problem. You can live
It's
right
funny.
here.
He comes over here and he goes to put his paw on my desk and I just look him square in the eye. And he stops and he pulls his arm back, right? He goes over to Amber's and just starts throwing shit.
Yeah, he does that to mine.
He goes over to Dave and looks Dave square in the eye and throws shit. It's funny. He knows he can't get away with it.
Hey.
Well, he could, but he
Ah.
knows.
Okay,
No.
man, that makes sense. I didn't know that the link itself actually provided the discount. I thought they had to use my code in conjunction with it. I mean, I know that using the code or the link, either or, will give me credit, but
you won't get double the offness or double the offness. If I use your code and your link at the same time, it is only still going to only take
15%.
15%, not
Okay.
30, right?
Yeah.
One way or another, not both.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't use both together. I was confused.
No, I was just asking. I'm not stating it. I was asking if that's how it worked.
That new color of the month is kind of pretty, Brian.
It's red with gold in it. I want it. I need a mini. Can I have a mini, please? A mini red one with gold flakes.
I guess.
Thank you. I love you.
No, you too.
Y'all, on this Angelique, she's got some like dark burgundy shadow under her nose. I'm not digging it. It looks like somebody poked her in the nose.
And I say once you get it done and in the distance, it just helps the nose stand out
I'm
as
still
being.
not digging it though.
Can you order 2 minis? One red one and like a orange or green if they have.
Okay.
I wonder if I should like the color.
Hank is a handsome boy.
He is.
What's the new color? It's red with gold flakes in it, and it's really pretty. Bright, like candy apple red.
Yeah, it's the color of the month, Beth.
Color of the month for this month and next.
Oh, and next?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
If I read that right.
I didn't know it was for next month, too.
Yep.
I'm glad she's starting to color. She wasn't doing the color of the month for a while because of COVID and being able to get her
She's finally
Golden
caught up.
Supplies.
blood shimmer.
What?
Golden blood shimmer.
Is that what it's called?
That's what Brian says, yes.
Very pretty.
I liked when she did the Christmas time. She did the grinders that were
See your phone?
half gold and half silver.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
my ears hurt tonight, Amber.
That's not good. They were bloody yesterday.
Shh.
My bad. You didn't want the whole world to know you had bloody ears?
I don't get in trouble.
You won't get in trouble. That's not what I wanted. Facebook. Search.
My good ears really aren't supposed to bleed.
Well, no, they're not supposed to, but
Yeah. You know, a couple of weeks ago I had that ear.
was it because we turned the music up in the car so loud yesterday?
Maybe you did make ears bleed. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, because I was rocking on. I liked it. Maybe because I use a Q-tip.
I've got this thing in my car now that I plug into the USB port in between the seats, and it puts like disco lights on the ceiling that actually change to the beat of the music. And so we were playing around with that yesterday in the car, and Amber turned the music up like loud.
Hey, don't blame me. You did that.
Excuse me.
Amber wanted to listen to WAP really loud.
That was this morning.
That song. I can't get over it.
I might eat a piece of chocolate.
Helen, Amber is doing a pink rose in front of the Eiffel Tower. It's a partial, just the rose is actually the drill area. The rest of it's just printed. The Eiffel Tower and the lettering and stuff is all just printed on. But it's really pretty. We went to Joanne's here. It seems as if Joanne's only has diamond dots in places where it's in demand. The local Joanne's here doesn't have a diamond dots display. And the ones that the diamond dots they did have were all on clearance.
That just is irrelevant.
Was that on clearance or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. All they had left was the Harry Potter crest and the Cinderella one.
They had the
Okay.
Ravenclaw, and they had, I believe it was
Is your PayPal address right?
Yeah.
Try Amazon Diamond Dots.
It was one of those two. Yeah, it's except cookies. Doggone it. Yeah, see, it's right. Continue.
I took my glasses off. Now I can't read the TV.
I'm going to check with Rachel. I don't think your link is working appropriately.
Well, that's odd because I actually had one sale, but that was like the very first week, like the night that I announced that I was an affiliate. So, but since then I haven't had any.
I can't read the TV that big.
Yeah, that's as big as it gets without cutting off the. Yes, Brian, the Diamond Dots display will be on ours too. I'm so excited. They had the Diamond art clubs for what, a couple weeks now?
Yeah.
But when we went the other day, they didn't have but like 2 left.
Yeah, they don't have a huge stock of them in there, but they do have some diamond art clubs.
I'm sorry, Mama, I didn't hear what you said. I got distracted.
I can't read.
Oh, that's as big as it gets without cutting the words off. I did get Sneaky Cat. That's actually going to be my next project.
Yeah, we unboxed it.
No, we didn't. We
We did?
mentioned it in your unboxing.
Oh.
The Adventure Time one.
Oh, that's right. We unboxed Adventure Time. I thought we had
But-
recorded unboxing
No.
Sneaky Cat.
I already kitted her up, but the canvas is right here. I'm so excited to start it. Look at her eyes. His, hers, I don't know. But this one's gonna be my next project.
Dare you assume it's gender?
It's 2020. I'll do what I want. Isn't that the rules nowadays? Sorry, I had to crack it. But
With your social distancing, I don't think you're going to do it here.
Keep checking though, Beth.
But yeah, they have the display for diamond dots. They have the drill things set up there, but they don't have any of the drills in yet.
They're working on it though.
But they do have the pegboard system up, so.
Yeah. So that one, and then this
I
one.
love diamond dots. I'm sorry. God. I love my diamond dots.
The breast cancer ribbon is also going to be my next one. This one is going to be for my daughter's grandmother. She's been cancer free for 8 years now, 10 maybe. But I thought I'd do that for her and let Erica.
No, yeah, I don't even think they started that one, Ellen. One with 100 colors.
Oh no, we didn't start it.
No, we didn't. We started it and then found out that the canvas was printed wrong it was printed for squares and not,
I got the crystal skull. I just haven't done it yet.
or it was printed for rounds and not squares. And then
Ooh.
we got a hold of Royal and they made it right. They sent us a whole new kit. But we just haven't restarted it yet because we've just got so many other projects already started that
Trying to finish our ones that we've got started. Do not. No. Bad.
What is my Hank for doing? Why are you calling me
he's
that?
messing with my little ball of blue tack that I use when I'm building models to hold my parts to little popsicle sticks so that I can paint them.
Don't be a D. That's all I gotta say. Don't be a
Don't
D.
be mean to my Hank first.
You stop defending the monster.
It was my monster and I idea.
That's fine, but he's over here on my table, so I'm gonna get onto him if I want to, Mom.
Yeah. You don't care. Look at him. He didn't move.
No, he didn't. He didn't care. Yeah, we were just bullshitting like that earlier when Dave tried to put us in timeout.
Diamond Queen says she just got Chuck Pinson Space for Reflection from Hobby Lobby.
Ooh. We didn't get any chucks yet.
No, I've got a chuck,
Well,
but I ordered that one on the website way back at the first chuck along that I never even started it.
I may be gone now.
mom might claim that and the chuck wannabe. I don't know which one's which.
It said without.
Mine had the drill display and the only one of the color. Oh, Brian, yeah, I don't know enough to do another hours. I shop online. I just happened to be at that part of town today, but that's okay. I'm just gonna get the TSA.
You
ready.
have 0 chucks? You don't give a chuck, Beth?
You don't give a chuck?
What's up?
Dude, you need to get a chuck. Well, only if it's your cup of tea. You don't really need to.
Hey, 'cause like, yeah. Chucks,
I like the
without.
way the chucks are charted. I really do. I mean, I'm a fan of the way they charted those. I really am a fan of the way they charted the Adventure Time one. I'm blown away
That
by
was a
that.
Mandy, correct?
Yeah, I am blown away
The
by
next one I want is Mother Earth. Isn't that what? Is that a Mandy? I can't remember.
I like the ones we were looking at today on TSA. The ones that look like kind of like a Hannah Lynn, but they're more edgier.
Yeah. What's her name again?
She's no Phillips.
But she's a new artist. It's not the newest artist, but
Why?
No, it's confetti. No chucks given except for Converse chucks.
I love Converse.
I don't give a chuck. Sorry.
Oh, my tummy hurts. Sometimes having a sensitive stomach really sucks. I hate it.
Ooh, Helen.
Lizzie Falcon,
Yep.
the Lizzie Falcon collection on TSA, they are so awesome. And of course, the John Poppletons
Yeah.
are just great. I've got to get me some of those.
He's the black light man, right? The body paint black light.
Yeah, all the body paint black light ones.
I want the blue line.
Yes.
Why is my nose so runny?
I don't know. Why does my tummy hurt?
What am I crazy?
Do like my son said, just fart, Mom, it'll make you feel better.
You make your-
Dude, I can't. It'll come out when it's ready. I can't just force it out.
You're not doing it right.
Don't tell me how to live, Mother.
I will. Shut up. But someone petting you.
Don't do
Again.
that. Don't do that. You will offend the pen.
Are you hungry? She said,
Oh
she
no, I just ate.
And I think that she might have ate just too fast.
I
I need to go burp her.
don't know what it is. I think it was honestly the onions on the burger because they were smelling kind of right.
Mother Earth was a Himalayan.
Yeah, okay. Hannah, I knew that. Somebody told me that already. I just thank you for that, Brian. Somebody already told me that. I just couldn't remember, and I'm probably gonna ask again. I'm bad at remembering who does what.
Hell to no shape pregnant.
No, and I better not be.
Oh.
Phyllis, you're funny.
I got food baby,
She got poop baby.
maybe a poop baby,
And I'm definitely going to have to get with Rachel on
a custom.
a custom because I want to get my
You
photo
told
that
him
I
last
took.
week.
Yeah, I want to get that done as a custom.
Not me. Crashly, it's you, isn't it?
It ain't me.
If
If it's
Sissy
me,
Cat
I
is
will
at
be a
Hobby Lobby, I
billionaire.
might get it. Yeah. Evie. Ow. Do it. Be sure to use the 40% off code that they have usually on the app.
Yes. Save yourself some money.
Well, I know this weekend we went and all of their diamond paintings were 40% off. Diamond Dots, Diamond Art Club,
I'll show
everything.
you my new one. Stuff I did.
She just can't hide it.
Look at this cutie. I got him for like $6 the other day. Why? Kerwin, you better knock my wife up.
I'll knock you
Who?
out, Kerwin.
If she wants a baby, you better give her a baby. Right? Isn't that saying happy wife, happy life? I will. I'll tell him. Don't make me go on
Put a baby in that bed. Get in my belly.
what did my coworker said, don't make me get Southern Mama on you, because when I get angry, I kind of, my Southern Mama comes out. Right.
No, it's just your mama.
We're like Mary Ellen.
No, my mama's cooler than your mama.
My grandma's cooler than your grandma.
Oh, yeah.
Tear it up.
Easy, Wreck-It Ralph. Good job. Right?
You always, that's always the saying. I want one more and then I'll be done. One more and then I'll be done. Nope. I do want another one, but it ain't happening. No way, no how.
No. Just do you, boo.
She's good about saying she don't want another, or she's good about saying she wants another one until we go to Tennessee and she hangs out with my youngest
No, look,
granddaughter. and
listen,
holds her all
that's
weekend.
different. I'm going to steal her and she's going to be mine forever.
And then she's like, I really don't want another one.
They're a lot of work.
They are a lot of work.
I think I just missed the fact of being pregnant, like, because the feeling of being pregnant was just
Amazing.
amazing. But no, I honestly, truthfully don't want another one. Like, if it happens, sweet, cool. But,
You don't want to try to make another one.
right. It'd be a whoopsie
It
boopsie.
would be a happy accident.
It would be.
No mistakes. I put the Bob Ross air fresheners in my car. And I didn't tell you all that. We found Bob Ross air
On the shelf
fresheners.
over there.
And it doesn't smell like paint.
It doesn't smell
Or
like Bob
Old
either.
Man.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like Bob either.
Essence of old man.
What'd you want?
You're to show them off. They're on the
Oh.
thing over there.
Oh, I didn't know they were up here. All right, so where?
Oh, excuse
Orange
me,
thing?
people.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bless it. Woo. Sorry. Amber, you did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's. I vote Amber Sky. Holy Moses. That's my girl, baby.
Sorry.
That is my
My stomach
baby.
doesn't hurt anymore.
Holy cow.
What?
This is, I love being
Amber
pregnant.
was up in here.
Crash like Pippa, you're pregnant?
Oh, we're going to keep passing that pregnant ball around.
Sorry, you guys. I really didn't mean to, like, that one out. My
Those
bad.
onions are working out.
Overtime.
Yep. Yeah, but you wouldn't adapt with Dr. Pepper.
I think her burps are bad. You ought to be around her when she's
Shut up!
That
That one really did just flip, okay?
Rocket power.
Accident, all right? That was before I started farting in front of you, too. Shush.
That wasn't the first time. You've
I
done
didn't
it a lot
smell it,
since.
but I stopped looking 3 feet off the chair.
Shut up.
I did say it.
Y'all, my mama's for sale. Come get her. She's free.
Wee! Highest bidder.
She's free. Just take her.
Highest bidder.
I love you. You gotta go, mama. Bye.
Hey.
Yeah, Brian, they're happy little accidents.
Until they get about 4.
Yeah, and then you're ready for them to grow up and move out and have kids of their own so they can learn exactly how bad they were.
I love her adoption. You heard her.
I said it. Free mom for sale.
She'll pay for the DPs.
Hell no, I won't.
Well, we got to do it. I won't.
You can do it.
I will.
And it's not much better when they get in their 20s because they're still, you kind of still have to stay on them.
Daddy, can I? No.
But then you have to worry about when they're old enough to make their own decisions and live their own life outside of the house. Then you have to worry about whether they're making their
Oh my
own
God,
right
that was
choices or
awful.
not. And then you're constantly have to remind them, make good choices. Just like you did when they were little.
Amber maybe had gray hair when
I was the definition of devil spawn.
And I didn't even screw the devils. I didn't get you to, you know.
The devil just. You made me snort. Oh my God. That's real.
I had to say it, guys. No, she was.
I wasn't horrible, but I was
Evie
bad.
says she's 21.
I'm 26, almost
At least
27.
she's illegal.
Just know that your parents are probably sitting at home every moment. Well, not every moment. But anytime that you tell them something new that's going on in your life, they're probably sitting there questioning whether you've made the right choice or not. Because that's just what parents do when their children get to that age. It's like, I hope they're making the right choice. I hope they're making the right choice. And then they try to warn you whether they think you are or not. And yeah, at least that's what I do.
Beth, my theory is everybody is permanently stupid until they're 25. I no offense to anybody.
Oh no, Mama, I'm still stupid. It's 20. I'm 26.
And once you hit 25, kind of figure out what you're doing, you're getting your feels about your job.
Not me.
You're getting, you know, to me.
Mama, I must be riding on that slow bus because it hasn't hit yet.
Well, that's like these college boys that get in the car and they're having girlfriend problems. And they want my advice because, you know, I'm a parental figure, I guess, once they get in my car. And they want to know what an older guy thinks that's already had kids that are grown. And I tell them all exactly the same thing. I'm like, dude, these girls aren't girlfriend material yet. They're not relationship material yet. They're really not. They're in college. They're there to have fun and they're not there to get hooked up and stay hooked up with a guy.
Education, sort of.
Sort of.
No, they just want sex and booze.
That's pretty much what my experience has been with most of them is that's what most of them are out looking for. But
Yeah, I agree, Beth. I'm not my chronological age either. I'll be 51 in 2 days.
But you know, that's what I tell all these guys. I'm like, look, man, these girls they're not relationship material yet. Just enjoy yourself, have fun with them. Enjoy yourself, have fun with them, experience life as a youngster, and then once college is out, start looking to settle down with somebody because then they're about ready to. But while they're in college, no, don't even try. They just want to party.
They want to be hit from the back.
And I know this because the girls that come in the car, that get in, I hear their conversations and I hear them talking about the guys and they're not worried about what is my boyfriend doing tonight. They're talking about this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy and that guy. And the guys are all trying to focus on the one girl is what gets me. And that's
usually
it's like,
the opposite.
Yeah, it's usually the opposite.
Well, you know, here, everyone does everything ass backwards.
I'm here for a good time.
Drea says my husband is 2 and I don't see him aging anytime
I'm
soon.
16 with 50
Honey,
years
I am
experience.
4. 2. When I am in my little, like, don't mess with me moods, it's like a 4-year-old has been provoked.
I'm still 21 with 26 years experience, so.
I'm celebrating my 22nd anniversary of my 29th birthday.
I am,
Figure that shit out.
I am just 4.
Well, that doesn't, I'm not saying, Evie, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that about every girl your age, but for the most part.
Around here.
Oh, even when I was in North Dakota.
Right? I hear you.
Even up in North Dakota, those girls were the same way up there. Most of them were the same way. It wasn't about a boyfriend.
15th, baby.
Wow.
I'll be 51.
Happy early birthday, Pippa.
Hey, happy birthday.
I have to sing you a song. I sang Crashly a song for her birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Dave, sing it with us. Happy birthday, dear Pippa.
Happy
Happy birthday to you.
And you know that song is copyrighted.
Oh, well, bye.
Okay. That's copyrighted.
Happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy
Happy
birthday. You live in a zoo. What?
Happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday to Buck. But you're the coolest too.
Is Happy Birthday now public domain? Because I know when I watched Big Brother a couple years ago, they had to black out the live feeds anytime somebody sang Happy Birthday on the show when there was somebody that had a birthday in the Big Brother house, because the song was copyrighted and they would have to pay a fee, and CBS didn't want to pay the fee for using the song publicly. And that's why they blacked it out.
Cool things on it.
Love you too, Pippa.
Public.
Oh, okay. She said that they ruled that it was public domain. It's the copyright lapsed. Oh, okay. That must have been more recent. I haven't watched Big Brother in several years, so. But I know that's how they used to do it. And it was like they couldn't even have the house guest singing Happy Birthday to the birthday person. They couldn't even show it on TV because the song was copyrighted. And I was like, whoa, I didn't know
I
that.
think they were just being jerks.
Did I really for real do that just now?
Haircut.
I
Ooh.
better not have. No,
The
that's right.
family tried to claim it again. They lost.
Yeah, because it's not the family that holds the copyright. It's the actual writer of the song. And once he's been dead, what is it, 50 years, I think? Then it becomes public domain.
How old
I
is the
think
birthday song?
7 for pills and stuff before they could become generic.
Yeah, that's patent. But I'm talking about copyright on artistic
Same
work.
thing. Same
Copyright on
thing.
artistic work becomes public domain after the artist has been dead for 50 years or something.
When kids are little, they step on your toes. When they get big, they step on your heart.
Yes.
Aw.
Mom says you almost sound like the guy that played like Luke Skywalker on the original Star Wars.
You sound like Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I hear it now.
I okay.
I hear it now.
Me. I got a frog in my throat. Come on, needs to go away.
So swallow it.
I know, right?
That sounded so inappropriate, Mom.
Peppa, lovely, you are so welcome. It's my very merry birthday today.
Don't worry. I'll sing to you too.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday, you old fart. Happy birthday, you old fart. Happy birthday, you old fart. Happy birthday, you. I'm an asshole.
To me today.
I told you, he's for free. Go away.
He's mean for me. My God.
Shut up, you like it.
Shut up. And we're not.
What the fuck? Did you just throw your pen?
Yes.
You're so 2 years old. Are you sure you're turning 1?
Yes.
Do you want a spanking for throwing your pen?
Maybe.
Y'all, this is what I deal with all the time.
No, you'll get back and throw it at me.
I got another one.
Guys, don't throw it at me.
I got another one. Oh.
You want stick it where the sun don't shine.
You want the skinny one or the big one?
Neither. Gross.
You're the one that said it.
You're the one that thought it.
You said it.
You thought it.
Now you see why I told him I was going to put them in separate rooms and let them not have dinner.
We're just bullshitting.
Yeah, we are. We're just playing, guys. I'm never serious.
I'm never serious when it comes to that. Now, there was a time, once upon a time, which it was, but
It says commiserations, Dave.
Somebody
I love
gets it.
It's not like it's every day.
Evie says, Mom.
Every
says
other day
you're
at
all
least.
funny.
If we were cutting up, he would ask us what the hell. was
Yeah,
going on.
it's true.
All right, ladies, take your PMS pills and shut the f up.
No, I would never say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll
no,
eat
okay, then you're not
PMS
like my
and
dad.
chocolate, Pizza chocolate. No.
What in the f is going on around here?
Do you need to eat a cheeseburger?
did I
I
get
do
a,
get pissed and all that.
how did I get a white
Yeah,
drill
I
right there?
do.
That don't belong there.
I get really mad when I get hangry real quick. I go from hungry to hangry like real quick.
And these two eat more than I think I ever could.
Cause fat girls gotta eat. White?
They're like they get up in the morning and they're like ready to eat like right after they wake up. And
Yes.
I've never been a breakfast person. I mean, maybe when I was a kid and I had breakfast every morning before I went to school, but as an adult, I've never really been a breakfast person. And they're like ready for breakfast, and I'm sitting here just like
No.
having my first coffee, and I'm just like I'm not even close to hungry. But see, then again, I used to never really eat until dinner time at night, and I ate that one big meal at dinner time, and that was it.
Ever shake the booty?
Shake your money maker.
Yeah.
I was shaking, shaking the wedgie out. Okay, leave me alone. Don't judge me.
I wasn't judging. I like breakfast any time of the day.
I thought
I'm like a hobbit. I
thought
eat
you were gonna say I like big butts.
It's not all about you, damn it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, I'm reading the screen.
Oh. It's always about
Well,
me.
Beth Barron got lucky this week and got 2 more Chuck Pensons at Hobby Lobby, and they were all
Nice.
40% off.
I cannot. I have to
Congratulations.
eat a little bit more because I'm diabetic, and if not, I will get off the chain crazy. So I have to eat just a little bit at a time.
I have no excuse. I just eat all the
I'm
time.
a fat girl. I like
Hey, but I've switched up my food a little bit, so I'm not gaining weight. I'm actually losing it. I lost 5 pounds in the past 2.5 weeks.
I've lost
So people that are looking to lose
10.
weight need to try your diet. So tell them what your diet is.
Absolutely nothing. I changed really. I just don't drink as much soda, and I don't.
You take out the soda, and there you go. Really.
I also switched more of my junky foods to nuts and berries, and
I like my eggs. I love my eggs.
I eat more than I did. So my body's not storing it anymore. It's doing what it's supposed to do.
And you're also a lot more active. You're not just,
Yes, our apartment's bigger, and we have to walk to the mailbox. So
and like today, we went hiking in the mountains.
I want
go
to do that
search
more.
for rocks.
I want to do that more often.
I need to do it more often. I need to get back in shape. I realized today how out of shape I was climbing up some of them
I
mountains.
shape, round to shape, damn it.
But
I just say round is a shape. You just don't fit the square holder.
We started walking up the hill, and I'm just like, I'm halfway up, and I'm like out of breath, and I'm stopping, and I'm like, okay, is it leveling out up there? Because she's up ahead of me. I'm like, is it leveling out up there? She goes, no.
Oh, Beth, she'll be okay. You let her go get her fixed, and she'll wear the cone of shame for a little while, and she'll be okay.
unless she's like Lucy and gets out of the cone machine.
She get it fixed. She gets a cone of shame.
Lucy, my daughter's cat, got out of the cone of shame.
I'm starting to become round a little bit too. And I noticed that in the mirror when I was checking myself for ticks today. And I was like,
told Edward to come help you, but she didn't.
Huh?
You need to go over.
I need to go what for?
Check him.
Oh, he checked himself.
you know how hard it is though to check yourself for ticks?
Well, if you want me to, I will. Bend over.
Oh boy. I'm gonna lie to you. Shit up in here.
Oh my God, you guys took it the wrong way, you dirty pigs.
You're a dirty pig.
You're the one who said bend over.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Jesus. Jesus has left the chat. Satan has joined the chat.
He just
Satan has left the
ears.
chat. Look, even Satan left the chat.
I still hear.
No!
Out, Satan. Oh, sorry.
a shape or in shape. I've got rolls in places I didn't know that rolls really could form, but you know,
You're welcome.
you know, that's the joy. That's just part of the circle of life. When you have kids, you start getting chubbier in places that you didn't know chub could grow. And then when you eat like garbage, like I do, you get a little more chubbier.
You only eat out all the time.
Yeah, we did chicken nuggets quite often.
That's another thing I cut out for the
Hey.
most part.
Yeah.
I mean, every once in a while I'll eat them, but
Yeah, not fat, no fluffy.
yeah. I want to be the fat I was when I was like 17, 18. This
Shoot,
fat
don't
sucks.
we all? I weighed 175, 170.
When I was 17, I weighed 165 pounds, and now I'm pushing the scale at 200.
Yeah, okay.
Now I'm
We'll talk
pushing-
when you get my age.
I'm pushing 160 and in high school and all the way up until I was in my 30s. Actually, about 40 is when I started growing in the midsection.
The COVID 20 is real. No kidding. I got a COVID body.
Beth Barron says, once I hit 50, I started getting my mother's body.
I did really good until I got to 40. And then when I stayed 125 pounds until I got to 40. And then once I hit 40, like I put on 20 pounds like out of nowhere.
Overnight.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because we eat out a lot.
And now I'm in my 160 range. And
I don't want to talk about it. I'm 200 pounds.
I lost 10 pounds.
Well, to be fair, I'm well proportioned and I'm
I like
5'8".
Amber's shape. I wish I had it.
I got a thick booty.
Yeah.
Thick. Her cake thick.
I look like a busted can of biscuits.
No, that's me. I look like busted kind of biscuits.
I'm a big Grams busted can of biscuits.
You're the grands and I'm the croissant rolls. So I'm the skinny too.
Yeah, they're the buzz. Yep. I don't know what mine is. I just fat. I don't care.
Mine is a mix between birth control and not eating right, not drinking enough water. I don't drink water at all. Who am I kidding?
and Jimmy stretched your belly, so you got the
Oh
loose
God,
skin
he
there.
was my biggest. I was huge with that
I had
child.
3 girls naturally, and I come from a big family anyway, so
I got daddy's metabolism.
I'm gonna have that blessing all my life. You know what? If I can at least I know I'm eating. I have a roof over my head
Right?
and shoes on my feet when I choose to wear them.
When I choose to wear them.
And hey, don't have to pay for it.
Well, see, I had a massive metabolism when I was in high school and even through my 20s. I would eat literally every time I went to McDonald's. I would have 2 Big Macs, 2 large fries, and a supersized drink, and I would never gain a pound. I was that way all the way through my 20s and into my 30s, and then, like I said, once I hit 40, it all just hit at one time. Boom.
Yeah.
My metabolism just went.
Help, help. I don't know where to go next. Pick one.
Did you ever finish that center one?
The center one, yeah.
Slop bag.
Don't call me a snapback. I'm just doing my work.
I did my work already.
Rude.
I don't know. Pick a spot. It's yours.
To the left, to the left,
This one or this one?
I don't know.
to the left, to the left. Any, many more.
I'm working on my section. I don't know about you.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That's why they call it the middle-aged spread, Dave.
Well, they can keep that.
I call them more cushion, but there you go.
I need to figure out how to make. I need to figure out how to get my metabolism going faster again, so I can burn it all off and go back to what I was.
You gotta work it, work it.
You mean my catch tiger bites?
You got some good movement.
I don't think truck driving helped any.
You mean my catch tiger bite?
Go in and eat a big old buffet and then just go sit in the truck for 10, 12 hours.
Brian has spoken. Brian,
Yes, sir, Bella. Bottom left. Got you.
But yeah, I'd go in and eat a big old buffet and then sit in the truck for 10 to 12 hours a day driving. So,
hi, Ruby Q.
Hello, Ruby Q.
No, I ain't even died in pain. That place, Benny.
yeah, that don't help either, Phyllis. Sitting around driving in the car. I don't know though, because driving in Tuscaloosa is exercise enough. These people are freaking crazy. In
But
this
it's our
town.
craft room, Helen. We can't turn it into a gym. Plus, they're opening our gym here at the apartment complex.
Yeah,
So,
they just reopened it. We had to sign
hopefully we
waivers.
Get our butts in there soon.
She said tomorrow they're gonna have papers on there for mom, on our door for mom, right?
Yeah. So we can add her to the lease.
And they have a pool here, but with COVID, everything's shut down.
No, we signed a waiver. We can join at our own risk.
Yeah, we can now swim and use the gym at our own risk.
But I bet you they're going to be closing the pool soon.
No.
Labor Day.
No, it's hot here. They usually don't close stuff down until like October.
Right, stress weight. That sucks. Hey, African barking spider. Frogs up in here.
That wasn't me, to be clear. That was not me. I just laughed about it.
Hey. Oh my God, we're normal. Not really. Ah, she snorted. Got a nose full of that one.
Ow! My stomach.
Yeah, we are cutting it up tonight.
Yeah, cutting up something. Same, Drea. I don't eat when I'm stressed or angry.
I eat all the time.
That's why I was skinnier when I was with my ex.
I just fat because I want to be.
Well, at least you're honest. I'm just fat because I want to be. Oh,
And I got it. What
that's
the
a good
hell?
that.
Hi, Peter Walk.
Hi.
Hello, Pink Glock. That's an awesome name.
Is your Glock pink?
Oh, I would imagine.
Welcome to our channel.
I don't have a pink Glock, but I've got a black one that's like normal Glock.
Never go.
I got a BB Glock.
Yeah, she's got a Glock BB gun that looks exactly like my Glock 19. That
Scary.
you cannot tell the difference between the two of them.
Unless you know what you're looking for, you can. Like, at a glance, she'd be shot. I'm just saying.
True.
Thank goodness she doesn't use it right
Nope. I was thinking about taking
She
it
hasn't
to.
even shot it yet since she's gotten it.
No, because there's nowhere to go for it. And I'm not just going to go back here without our landlord's permission and just like blow shit up. Not that it would, it's a BB gun, but still.
now. It'd break the pop bottle.
It'll break a window.
Yeah.
Don't shoot at windows.
No, I'm going to do that. I feel like shooting somebody's window. Oh.
Hey, I know kids.
Yeah.
Am I a kid,
My
though?
brother,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sometimes yeah.
Man for sale.
We'll just give it to Amber. It's the one protesting.
And that's protesting.
Yes, you are. You might give it to me too.
Well, damn it. I guess Amber for sale. Who wants me? Nobody. This is true, but I'm a grown grown woman when it comes to like I know not to be disrespectful to anybody's property. I'm not that stupid.
No.
I mean, I can be. Once
She's
upon a
not
time.
disrespectful. She'll even break her own shit.
No, it's my shit.
Because you're gonna have to replace it. That's the only reason I don't break anybody's stuff. I don't break anybody's stuff. I don't break my own stuff because I'm a dummy that knows I got to replace.
We were just discussing that on TV today. There was prior to the NFL games, they had the pregame stuff on where all the experts are sitting around the table talking, and then they showed a little bit piece about the social justice thing going on in the NFL.
Dad, come get me.
We were discussing about throwing things at the TV, and I was like, do you know how many times that I have had to stop myself from throwing stuff at my own TV?
That guy on TV really made me mad. And I don't get mad very often. But when I do, I want to throw something at it. And
Duck and cover, bitches. Duck and cover.
I decided not to throw it because it's Dave's TV, for one. Number two, I don't have the money to replace it right now. And three, why would it want to hurt me or Dave?
Yeah, because your luck, the remote would bounce off the TV to the
Oh,
end.
no, that's where my Hulu is and my Netflix. Why would I do that? I don't care about them.
Look, I got two people on my side. Beth will take me, and Brian will take me. So bye. I'm packing my shit and leaving.
Get the fuck out.
What? Rude. My
She said she was leaving first.
She just straight up said it.
She don't even care about me.
No. Cynthia said she'd take you too.
Oh, I got three on my corner. Not funny, doesn't
I'm
it?
sorry I swore like that, people. I didn't mean no offense.
What did you say? Get out?
Did you get the F out? Yeah.
Oh,
I dropped the F.
see, I didn't even notice because you say it so often.
Pippa said she'd take Hank. Him's not with him.
No, he's stuck with his stinky daddy.
Pippa, yeah, him stinky daddy. I mean, Dave.
Yo, I don't know if he could live with me. I'm a little much.
She got a lot of muchness.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I could do New York.
You know what?
New York.
I lived in New York when I was 18 for 9 months. Actually, Westchester County, but you know, same thing. And I would do it again in a heartbeat.
I have a few friends that live in New York, and my aunt and her husband and kids live in New York. So that wouldn't be.
And she was born in Connecticut. Connecticut.
No wonder why I'm a. Oh, I already knew that.
She was born in Norwich.
Yankee.
So yeah, she's a Yankee.
Damn them Yankees.
I'm almost a Yankee. Well, no, I was born in North Carolina.
State in the Adirondack.
Adirondack.
My bad, I can't read.
Lake Placid area. My daddy was from Buffalo.
Hey, is there some pretty rocks up there, I wonder?
You
Yes.
betcha.
I'm gonna come visit
Oh yeah.
when the Rona shit is over.
You're right.
The day after Election Day.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll all be over after Election Day. Everything will open back up, and there'll be some like big announcement news, like we just discovered that
Come down south.
it'll be safe. to
If you
open.
stand on your head and lick your toe at the same time, you'll be cured.
Hey. You stand on your head and I'll lick your toe.
Ew, no one's licking my toes.
Well, I'm just saying because I can't lick my own toe.
I'm not licking your toe, Mom.
Oh, no. I would lick my toe.
Why would I want somebody to lick my toes? That's disgusting.
Bad.
Besides, I'm
She
ticklish.
was
You
born
might-
in Illinois. That was funny. I got that.
Lots of
I,
mountains were opened up here. Kids are back to school this week. That's awesome. My kids started school the beginning of August. But they go to a private school and it's a lot less kids. I'm not sure what the public did. I'm
Public is
assuming
back
the
to
same
school.
thing.
Yeah, public is back to school. 'cause
Jasper, Alabama. Don Marie.
You're right around.
From T-Town.
You're right around where Nana lives, right, Don Marie?
Yeah.
Well, duh. Never mind. You guys are best friends. Ignore that stupid, ignorant question. I knew that.
Yes.
Phyllis, I will agree with that.
Oh, she called me ma'am. Now I feel like an old fart.
Girl.
I will agree with that. That there will be major riots and protesting going on no matter who wins or loses.
Agreed.
But I do have a good feeling if Trump ends up winning and they declare him the winner on election night, it's going to be riots like you've never seen before.
You know what?
That's
I
when
don't like rioting because it boils down to why do I want to wreck my own shit?
All right. I'm gonna tear that ice cream up in the freezer.
Those are my Legos, damn it.
Yeah, those are my Legos.
Let's just say I will not be
Okay.
I will not be driving Lyft or Uber on election night. I will be sitting here in the house with the
Don't even
AR-15
mention that.
with the
Don't
AR-15
even
beside
mention
the
that.
door and the Glock beside me.
Premeditated.
No,
Yep.
it's not premeditated.
Yes, it is. Because what if somebody gets it's premeditated.
Yeah.
If my kids are here, that sucker's gonna be put up.
Yeah.
Then
I think he's already got it in the bag, buddy. Right, wrong, or different. I think he's already got it.
I
in the
do
bag.
think Trump's gonna win.
It's because the other side can't decide who they really want to vote for.
The other side don't remember what he's talking about half the time.
Neither does
Well,
he,
it's not
so
just
there
that.
you
It's
I was just kidding.
I
I was
know.
making a joke.
I know. They can't remember what Biden's talking about. Biden can't
Biden,
remember
who's
what he's
Biden,
talking about.
huh?
But
go. I don't know.
the problem is the other side has options. And the problem is you got part of them voting for one option, part voting for the other option, and part voting for a third option, leaving Trump to be able to take enough electoral votes to win the election.
Here it is. If Trump wins, he actually gets to do what he wants to do instead of doing what the former president did.
Well, yeah, and he's
And now, if somebody else gets voted into office, none of this will be Trump's problem. So there you go. Because he didn't create it, he didn't vote any of it in, he didn't veto any of it, he didn't, you know. But usually the first 4 years of presidency is
Ew, politics. Let's change it.
undoing what the other president did.
I
But
vote
yeah, it's
chocolate.
gonna be just nasty all the way around.
well, on
But
top of that,
always-
he'll have 4 years of nothing to lose.
I
Right.
vote chocolate.
I vote, who cares? It's just gonna be a mess all the way around.
Eh,
We gotta go register to vote. No,
I do need to register to vote here.
I need to reach
You
you.
can do it all the way up to election day.
Well, I know in North Dakota, I voted with a Maryland ID.
We need to vote, I vote we need to go get new licenses,
Well, I need to do that, but
right?
I got to have the money to do so.
Right. Oh, Nostradamus. Oh, yeah. He was something, wasn't he? Yeah. Anyway, politics suck.
Pippa asked, does anyone teach you how to vote cleverly? It's the door.
Spookiest thing.
Pippa, no, people aren't taught how to vote cleverly. They're just told in school.
And usually whatever their mamas vote.
Yeah. Well, most time now at school is deprogramming the children from what the parents are teaching them, because the agenda is the schools are in league with the ones that want to hold the power. So the schools are indoctrinating the children the way they think they should think.
I vote whoever I think would do the job.
I wasn't
best.
taught. I was just when I first voted, I picked who I thought was best, like Mom said. I wasn't taught this, that, the other. And that was my first vote. Actually, was Romney, which he would have fucked us over anyway. But
hindsight 2020. That's how I felt.
Elizabeth said you can register to vote online for free as long as you have a picture ID.
And normally you can do it when you get your driver's license. I know in Maryland, when you got your driver's license, they asked you if you'd like to register to vote, and they did it automatically. And then you just got your voter ID in the mail.
Yeah.
Well, not your voter ID, but your voter registration card, because voter IDs somehow or another racist.
No.
That's
It's
what they're
not.
trying to say.
It's all about race anymore. Nobody, it doesn't matter what you say or how you say it. It's all about anything you have out of your mouth offends somebody.
I'm
I
offended.
think we all need to grow the hell up.
That's why I stopped worrying about offending people.
Sometimes I let something slip and then I realize, oh yeah, that was very offensive. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. Because I play around a lot. I really don't mean
Right.
half the things
How
I
is
say
it called
rudely.
racist? Somebody will make it racist.
Yeah. Well, because they say that because poor people of a certain race
Or
don't have the money to go get an ID, so they can't vote if they don't. If the way they want the law to be is you should have a photo ID to be able to vote. And they're basically saying that those that are too poor to afford
It's
a photo
$25.
ID.
That's bullshit. It's $25 to go get your ID here in Alabama. So I don't see
But
how that is a fucking
that was the
excuse.
argument that was made against it,
Nope.
and that's why it
Negative.
never gets
Right.
passed.
I get too passionate about it, so I don't talk about it.
I think we should all be more passionate about it, to be honest.
Nope.
Politics suck. Let's talk about something else.
Yep.
Pick a different topic.
Yep. Please and thank you. Excuse me.
No excuse for that shit, mother.
At least you're not this end, not the other end.
Well, Pippa, that's a packet. Well, over here, that's like, if you're going with cheap ones, that's about 5 packets of smokes. But yeah,
What?
she said that's a packet of smokes. Talking about the $25 for an ID.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, over here it's if you get a cheap pack, they're about $5 a pack for the cheap ones. So yeah, it's about 5 packs of smokes here. If you get the expensive
Or is
ones,
she
it may be
talking
about
about-
3.
Or is she talking about like a carton?
No, I don't know.
Are you talking about like multiple pack?
They all need to put the big girl panties on Home Villas.
Oh, they are.
2 years ago, I quit smoking, and I was paying $6.50 a pack in Arkansas.
I think Australia has some strict nicotine laws in general, don't you? Because I remember when I started
They were
vaping.
like 100.
When I started vaping, I talked to a friend of mine that was in Australia, and he was asking me how I got nicotine liquid because he wasn't able to get it in Australia. Something about the law there.
I still miss it with my morning coffee, to be honest. But I'd rather breathe than smoke.
All the kids here now are doing Juuls or the other disposables you can buy in the store. All of the college kids in town are doing. They all get in my car. Can I hit my Juul? One of them actually hit it without even asking in the back, and I kind of thought that was rude, even though I wouldn't have cared if he'd asked because I vape in my car. But
Maybe he saw you vape in your
no, I didn't
Oh.
vape in the car, as I don't vape when I've got riders in the car.
But I'd rather have. I think they're all vaping because they don't want to step outside for a smoke, and the rules on the campus.
And the yeah, they're like really inconsiderate about it because then like one kid asked me if he could vape, and I was like, yeah, and I held my mod up and I showed him. He's like, oh yeah, man. I said, yeah, go ahead. He says,
Yeah,
I just had to ask because I got yelled at by my last driver for vaping in his car, and I'm like, well, did you ask him first? I mean,
or you can put a sign up
And-
saying, yeah, it's okay to vape.
I had one trying to sneak it. She was sitting in the passenger seat up front, had it in her hand, and was trying to sneak it. And I'm like, go ahead and vape. I don't care,
Yeah, I'm 51. It sounds like I'm like 110.
If it's not my car, I usually ask.
But you got to remember, these kids at this school are here on mommy and daddy's money, and they're spoiled, entitled rich kids.
90% of them, yeah.
They're not allowed at Drea's campus.
On campus at all? Wow.
Susan says, hi, all, it's illegal to smoke outside your home here.
Wow.
That's harsh.
You know, when I did smoke, I used to think that was like ridiculously bad. It's like, what are you going to do next? Tell me I can only be in my bedroom under my blanket with the lights off to be able to smoke? I mean,
Yeah. Talk about control.
I mean, at one point in time, I was kind of like,
I prefer you go outside if you're going to smoke.
yeah.
No smoking in my house. Vape is a different story.
At one point in time, I was kind of upset, but that was just before I quit smoking. And when they started making laws that said you weren't allowed to smoke in the car if you had children in the car with you, I kind of got upset about that one, because it's like, I smoked in my car with my kids in the car when I was younger. I mean,
Right.
and I always cracked my window. I didn't smoke with the window rolled up and hot box in the
parents did
car.
the same.
I always smoked with the window rolled down, so any smoke that came out of my mouth went straight out the window. And so my kids weren't affected by it.
Yes, they were, just not as severe.
But now all of them but one smoke anyway. So,
Which one doesn't?
Shauna,
Yes, she does.
did she smoke?
Yes.
Oh,
She
okay.
had
So all
like-
4 of my kids smoke. Well, Wayne is getting away from it. He's trying to get back into vaping again.
Yeah, she's a menthol smoker.
I smoke cigarettes every once in a while, but I've been more so on my vape.
I think I've had, 3 cigarettes since February?
Yeah, around here in the gas stations, it's tobacco and menthol. Every once in a while, I saw 1 or 2 gas stations that have the fruit bars, though.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out how they're getting away with selling those, because the federal law says that the only place that's allowed to buy flavored
Vape
flavored nicotine devices is in vape shops and tobacco shops.
So
But yet-
maybe they're trying to, maybe those gas stations are branching off into quote unquote
We
vape shops
are in
because they sell
Alabama.
a whole bunch of stuff. My doctor said he'd rather I vaped than use cigarettes.
You know
Yep.
what? Vaping still hurts my lungs, so I have to be very careful. But
Vaping's healthy for you.
found some CBD vape, well, Dave did, and it has helped somewhat. But I can't breathe, so I don't do it.
I have one of my riders recommend I try CBD vape.
It's really good. Helps relax.
Yeah, the cigarette smoke has a different flavor to it, so.
Every
It's
once in a
healthier.
while, I want that nasty cigarette though.
Every now and then I'll smoke one just to remind myself why I don't want it.
Right. But between the 3 of us, it takes us 3 weeks to go get back.
I still have part of my pack that I moved down here on back. I have 4 in it still. I just
Every now and then Amber will get one out of the pack, and I was like, yeah, give me one. And I'll go out and smoke it, and I won't even finish the whole thing. I'll just smoke half of it and go, God, I remember now why I quit.
Okay, Beth, there's your pen. That's pretty.
Oh, thank you. This is the oil slick from BFF. They're those little shimmery things in there, if it picks it up. Yep, you can see them. The little shimmery things in there are actual diamond dust.
How dry is my pen? Get it out, fluff it up a little bit.
Oh, Beth, I had a guy in the car the other night. He was an older guy, like somewhere I'd say in his 70s, almost 80s. And I picked him up at the hospital after he was in the hospital for something. I don't even know what he was in the hospital for. But I had to take him like way out in the middle of nowhere, somewhere between here and Montgomery on some little 1-lane back road. It was in dirt road, like 10 miles long. It was way out of town. It was like a 65-minute ride. And I took this guy out, and the whole way, that's all I could smell was stale cigarette smoke in his clothes. And I instantly recognized the smell because for years, when I lived in Maryland, I smoked in my bedroom with my door shut, and all my clothes were in the closet. And I remember people coming to me and saying, Dave, you know, people think you stink. And it's like, I don't. I shower. I thought I smelled it. But what it was in my clothes that were in my closet. And I couldn't smell it because I lived in it. And so when I quit smoking and I went to go get something out of my closet one day, I smelled it and I was like, oh my God, is that what I smelled like all the time?
I pulled out a couple shirts out of the closet still, and they still smell like it once in a while.
Yeah. And
because
that
they're
was
ones that you don't use.
Yeah, and I quit smoking, 6 years ago? Something six,
It's
7 years
shirts
ago.
You don't use, they just sit there.
And yeah, and it's just like, I was like, oh my God, that's what I smell like. So now this guy got in my car, and I could tell that his clothes just naturally smelled like stale cigarette smoke because he probably smokes in his house and just lives in it all the time. And yeah, I actually had to stop on the way back from dropping him off at a Dollar General to buy some Febreze so that my car wouldn't stink for the rest of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Took my glasses
Hey,
off.
Saphira's mama, there you are.
Hi, Saphira.
I haven't smoked since 2008, but I had to get it a vape zero nick because of my last job. Isn't it eye-opening, that lingering smell?
Yes. And it's like Amber said, there's still clothes in the closet that I haven't worn since before I quit smoking. And so you can still smell that stale cigarette smoke in them from years
I
ago.
washed everything. Literally had to wash everything. I wiped down my closet and they vacuumed it. Shampooed my carpets.
Oh, you're good. The dogs are more important than popping in with us. But we're glad you made it.
Yeah, hi.
Well, good night, Mickey.
Good night, Mickey. Have a good night, honey.
Hey, Keaton, say good night.
I don't know how much more diamond painting I can do. My right eye hurts right directly behind it, and it's been hurting since we did our walk back up, honestly, but it feels worse now.
My legs are so sore from walking up that
See,
hill.
my legs feel fine.
That first hill wasn't bad. That first big hill wasn't bad. But when we come around that one curve and it started going up and up and up and up, and that was when I just finally just,
literally like felt like she was gonna have a heart attack.
oh, I thought I was too.
I'm like, I'm out of breath, but I made it.
And then she's like halfway up the hill ahead of me, and I'm just like, does it flatten out up there at all? Because it was kind of the trail was going around a curve and up the hill, and
And
she's
I'm
just like, no.
nope.
It would have killed me.
It was funny. I'd do it again. It was fun. I actually want to do it again.
Because what we did was we ended up hiking this trail in the woods, and we took it down to an old creek bed. Well, it's not even an old creek bed. It's just like it's a rainwater runoff creek that, you know, when it's hasn't rained, it's dry, and all of these rocks are exposed. And so we went down there and started looking, and didn't realize on the way down how far down we had gone until we started coming back up. And it's like, oh.
But to me, walking down the hill was harder than walking up.
Ooh. Usually if you use gravity, not like
Walking down was super hard for me.
Yeah, I want to go up to Athens because they got geodes up there. We can go geode
Next
hunting.
week, I want to go to Mobile and look.
I don't think we're going to make it to Mobile next week because now that tropical storm is predicted to become a hurricane, and
Darn.
it's going to hit Thursday. It'll be over. Well, the eye of what was left of the tropical depression will be over us here on Thursday, but I'm sure there'll be lingering
It
effects.
depends on the damage report.
Well, maybe next weekend then. Not this coming.
I'd go for the drive, but I couldn't go for a walk. I mean, for a little bit of it, maybe. But not for
Well, I don't want you sticking in the hotel room.
what?
I said I don't want you just sticking around in the hotel room.
I don't want to be here by myself,
Well,
but I will. Only because I got my diamond.
I can bring you back something pretty.
Well, you know you could, but I'm not saying.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you bring back you day. That's something.
I can get you a jar of. I can get a jar, and bring you back some of the beach.
I'm not the same as going.
You can stick your nose in and smell the beach, and
Oh,
I'll get some pretty shells and.
It's not the same. You know those shirts you get? Some to Florida on those. I got this dumb t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like
Well, excuse me for
I
trying to
don't-
be thoughtful.
I don't know about there in Australia, Saphira's mama, but I know up here, we have bugs that look like ladybugs, but they're some kind of Asian beetle.
They're
that
beetles
are-
that bite.
yeah, they're like
Yes.
Asian beetles, and they're considered a pest.
they get your pets.
But they look like
now.
ladybugs, but they're usually
They're
not.
tan.
They're usually not red like ladybugs. They're usually either pink or like a tannish
They're
beige
tan.
color.
At least they are in Arkansas. They're very invasive.
Pippa asked Amber, "Have you found a job yet?"
Oh, ma'am, I haven't really been looking either.
We were waiting to see how my Lyft and Uber turned out to see if she really needed to or not before
I am a
she started looking.
dog.
The way it looks like it's going, probably she won't need to.
I don't. This is gonna make me sound like a baby. Anxiety is high, and when I'm around other people, anxiety is worse for me. And I can work, but mentally I can't. If that makes sense. Physically, I'm able. But mentally,
She gets after me.
and I can't work. I really want to work in another daycare, but I signed something a year ago that's still in effect that states I can't work in a 50-mile radius of said facility. So that's
And with
still
her without a license,
Yeah.
and him constantly driving, and I have a license, we need a second vehicle.
yeah. We need a second vehicle. I know I'm making up excuses, but I just
But if things keep
if
going
I
the
can
way
get
they're
away
going,
with it, I don't want to get a job.
if things keep going the way they're going with my Uber and Lyft, you won't need to anyway because we'll be making pretty much everything we need
But I
for the
need to
month for the
catch up.
bills in 1 week.
I also need to catch up on my bills.
Yeah, well, we can do that.
I don't want to put all that on you.
I'm not worried about it.
You take
I
care
told
of
you that.
everything. Remember? I mean,
I know, but financially, I don't want him carrying my burden too.
But if I'm making enough to pay all of our bills in 1 week, that leaves me 3 weeks of the month worth of pay that we can get you caught up on your stuff. And it's still not that much out of that leftover. You know what I'm saying?
anyway,
I'm being bullheaded. I don't want you paying my bills.
Amber, shut up.
Yes, ma'am.
At least you have somebody that wants to help you instead of
Yeah.
the other way around.
And I appreciate
mean?
that. And I've told him that before. I appreciate your help, but I don't. I don't want to put that burden on him.
For everything, this is what I've told my ex before. Everything you do for around here, the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry,
Mm-hmm.
everything is a contribution. And if he paid you $10 an hour to do each of those jobs, that's $40 an hour for you. He can't afford you.
Damn straight, nobody can afford this bitch.
Doesn't even include, booty call.
Mom,
Just saying.
keep it real. How much would you charge for a booty call?
rude?
How much would you charge for a booty call?
Oh my goodness.
Do I need to go there?
I mean, you brought it up.
I'm not. I'm just saying. I told Shane Derrick he couldn't afford me.
No, he can't afford no hoe.
Nope.
Sorry, that came out wrong.
I know.
I've never even wanted to wonder how much she would charge for a booty call. So
I mean, I gotta know these things. That way I know what I gotta charge you, boo.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, good night, Shalene.
You cannot put a price tag on everything that you
Phyllis says, I'm single, Dave. You got a brother?
no, I got 3 sisters.
and the mom-in-law. Oh, okay, listen, or Beth said listen.
What?
Listen to your mama.
I shut up. I was listening. I'm sorry. My bad. Continue, Mom. Booty call.
But she is correct. I mean, I know what she's getting at is the fact that you do so much around this house with the cooking, or
Well,
the
Negative
dishes and the laundry and keeping up the house and things like that, and helping her out around the house, everything she needs help with. And you're always doing something for me, like you'll just automatically like bring me a drink out of the fridge or whatever. You'll make my coffee in the morning, that kind of thing. It's those kind of things that are
they add up.
you're
Their prices.
you're already paying your way by doing those things, so that me helping you out pay a bill you need to pay
It's
is-
just money.
is only the natural thing that should be done because of everything that you do around here.
If you were a stay-at-home mom, would it be different?
I'm
Absolutely not. She's a stay-at-home mom. She takes care of her mama.
just earning my keep, boo. Earning my keep. I mean, I might as well do what I can around the house. I don't work, so there's really no excuse not
She
to get it
vacuums, she
done.
cleans the tub, she helps me do whatever I need to.
Mama, you just reminded me I need to deep clean that bathroom tomorrow. It's disgusting.
I'm sorry. My bad.
You're welcome. I mean, thanks for your apology. No, it's no biggie. But it does need done.
And Amber's just that way. I brought all of my kids up to take care
I am
of
a
themselves.
very giving person. I give a lot. I give until I can't give anymore. And that's where part of that relationship has
Right.
failed.
They're not technically married, but they live under the same roof. So it is our bills.
Common law married, if you think about it. Well, that's not a thing anymore, but
It is, but you have to be living under the same roof together for something like
6 months.
more than that.
And
I
I know
was told
it's 24 hours. I'm just saying.
Most states, I thought it was like 7 years or 10 years you were common law married.
She
And most of the time it's that anything you guys were to split, she would have benefits from, or you.
no.
Have benefits. 7 years in Ohio.
7 years for common law. I'm in Kansas and in Ohio.
So technically, Shane and I are common law married.
Technically.
Ooh.
But you would not be. You would not-
Beth says I consider you two as married, quote unquote married. Usually it's 7 to 10 years for states that have that though.
I mean, and I look at us as being married without the paperwork
That's what I
anyway. I
said.
mean, we kind of treat it that way. We kind of act that way,
And communication is key. That's how we
Yes.
started out. That's how it's gonna. No,
We-
it's not gonna end. But
we've always kept it that way.
communication is key, and that's where it lacked in
Well, that's where it lacked in all my other previous
in Alabama.
relationships.
If you check into a motel as Mr. and Mrs., you are common law.
Oh wow.
Illinois does not recognize common law marriage.
Right, you had to be paper married.
Susan says, Dave, you are probably one of the last of the disappearing breed, as is Amber.
Yep.
Thank you for the compliment.
Yes, thank you. You can thank my mom for that. Actually, my grandmother
You
is
can
my
thank
mom.
my mom for that.
My grandmother raised me from the time I was 3 months old. They adopted me at 3 years old, but it was my grandparents that raised me, and my grandfather / dad died when I was 8. So it was just my mom and me
Hey,
growing up
Melissa.
all through
Melissa, darling, I need to talk to you about something later.
my
Nothing serious.
childhood. It was pretty much just my mom and me. And she taught me an awful lot of lessons on how a man should treat a woman. And I mean, to be honest with you, I mean,
Mom basically taught me don't take shit from nobody,
Well, here's
but
the
be
thing.
respectful about it.
You could take it. Here's how I view it, okay? I will stand by my man, right, wrong, or indifferent. If I don't agree with him on the spot, I still stand beside him, and I tell him later, hey,
Hey, buddy, that was a shit
I
move.
don't agree with this, but because you're passionate about it, I respect you enough to stand beside you on your choice. But it doesn't mean that I have to agree with it. But I am bottom line, the man takes care of it. And with my support and with my help, he's the head of the household.
Dave and I are equals, I feel like.
Yeah.
all the time. I'll be sitting here and I'll find something I want to order, and I'll be like, I want to get that.
Do we have the money in the bank?
And most time that's just the question, you guys, do you have money in the bank? It's like, yeah. She goes, what's your money?
Or are the bills paid? Yeah.
I ain't gonna stop you. And then I'll coyly like, hey, can I get something? Usually if I ask, I receive, but I try not to ask for too much. He's got me spoiled, you guys. Rotten.
Yeah.
Rotten. Like,
But you know,
I got everything I've ever wanted and then some. I got everything I
Goodbye,
need and then
Phyllis.
some. Good night, Phyllis.
thanks and good night.
I think you can be just as committed into the relationship without a paper, if not more, because it's easier to get out of the relationship, so people tend to take it more serious.
Well, Melissa, you've missed a lot. We've covered COVID and
Politics and farts.
and farts. Yeah, we had the fart talk, and
That's funny. It ain't talk.
yeah, we've talked about a lot of things. Good night, Phyllis.
My bullheaded self got into the whole talking about I don't want him paying my bills, and then it got into the whole marriage
Right,
conversation.
Melissa? Excuse me.
Yeah, politics are stupid. Excuse me for saying it, but I said it. Don't like it? Well, sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah, Amber burping.
Oh God, it was a huge burp too. Sorry.
What? No.
No.
No, I'm not getting married. Absolutely not. I refuse to get married again, and he already knows that. Right now, that's where I stand. In 5 years from now, I don't know. Shoot, I don't even know if I'm going to stand right there tomorrow, but right this second, no, not getting married.
And I agree with that.
My late husband and I lived together 6 years before we got married. As far as I'm concerned, we were married for 25 years.
No. I was in a very committed relationship, right?
I was in my committed relationship for
But
9.
3 of that, the last 3 were really super hard on me.
I was
Last
married
week.
for. I've never been. I mean, I'm not going to say okay. I maybe have had 2 relationships, quote unquote relationships, that were not really committed relationships. One was a one night stand, and the other one was like a
A
sugar
married-
mama type deal.
Oh, I was going to say the married woman.
And that was kind of like a sugar mama type deal. She bought me stuff, and I just went to her house and had
No,
fun.
the married woman.
Oh, the married was, yeah, but we were kind of in a committed relationship. I just didn't know she was married.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that makes you 3 then. It's bad on her for omitting that part. Oh, hey, by the way, dude, you're just my side dude. I'm married.
Yeah, she never told me that. She'd always referred to him as her ex. So I thought she had an ex. And then after she ghosted me, he hit me up on Facebook and was like, "Oh, I've been talking to this chick on Plenty of Fish, and I wanted to know if you were still seeing her or talking to her." And I'm like, "And no, she ghosted me a long time ago." And I said, she had this ex that lived with her. It was kind of a weird deal. And he was like, "Oh, by the way, she doesn't have an ex. I'm her husband." And I'm like, "Oh, well, good to meet you, man."
So sorry I slept with your wife.
We're still friends on Facebook.
Hey, what you doing, buddy?
Get your rear end out of my face. Thank you.
Why you like it?
No, I don't. I don't like cat rear end.
Remember?
'Cause it stinks.
But yeah, we were a thing for like 6 months. 3 months, 3 or 4 months.
Why was he on Plenty of Fish?
No, I think he went spying on her to find out what was going on with her. And he found her profile on Plenty of Fish and went through her messages and saw her talking to me. And then he hit me up on Facebook and asked me about her. But by that point, she'd already ghosted me, used some excuse that she checked herself into the mental ward because she had a nervous breakdown and the doctor wouldn't allow her to have any kind of relationships with anybody.
Bullshit.
And this, that, and the other, and she ghosted me.
Bullshit.
And yeah, she was a real piece of work.
You know how to pick them, babe. Look
Ah,
at this real piece of work.
Somebody come
I think he logged in. I think he logged in on her account. Pippa. Yeah, I got away clean. The only thing I got out of the relationship was this Hank right here.
Is that the same one that gave you that pick though?
Yeah, she was the same one. She gave me a guitar pick with her face on it that says, "I pick you every time."
I pick you like I pick my butt.
I think you threw it away.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, goodness. Oh,
Yeah, the only thing that piece of paper really is good for, Beth, is just legality portion of the whole thing of like,
just
if
fire starter.
if I die, she gets the stuff type of thing.
You
Or
can do that through a will. You don't have to be married.
yeah, you don't have to be married to do that, but it's more of a legality. That's the only reason you had that piece of paper is for the legal aspect of it.
It's a name changer.
No,
If
Hank,
you want to.
you're not going to get over there and walk on
No, I'm not changing my name
the
again.
thing. No.
Not changing mine, I haven't.
Yeah, Hank was worth it. I mean, she's not the one that gave me Hank. She's just the one who delivered him on behalf of some other people. But that one was, I'll consider that one a committed relationship because I was committed to that one. But yeah, the sugar mama deal and the one night stand that I had one time, that was about the only time I wasn't committed to anybody.
I've had only two committed relationships ever. You
I
and
had
my
a
ex.
few. I should have been committed.
I was just never big on just hooking up with people, I guess. I mean, it
I'm not either.
really wasn't my thing. It was never my thing, was just to hook up with somebody. I felt like I kind of had to be in a relationship with somebody, and that's why I was always committed. And they always lasted a year or two at least, if not more, most of the time. I mean, my marriage was 13, and then after that, it was just a string of 2-3 year
She
relationships.
was just using you.
Let's see. Hamburger Amber's dad was 14 years. My relationship after that was 3 or 4. And my next one after that was 2 or 3. And then my next one after that was I was committed to myself. And my next one after that is when I found my last one, and it was 8 years. So, whatever.
My boyfriend before James was maybe 2 months, and I don't count that as committed because he was a pig.
You were a baby too. Teenagers don't count.
So it was just my ex and Dave. 2. My ex was almost a 10-year relationship, and Dave is coming up on 1 year on the 16th.
Somebody come get her.
Well, the 22nd, technically the 16th, but the 22nd is when it came out.
When you came out.
I said
When we came out.
Because I had to, let's not get into that. It's been a wild year, babe.
It has. My,
You've
how
got
much
me.
can change in a year?
You've got me through my worsts. I'm not all the way there yet, but I'm better for it. And we made a huge move across state. I've made 2.
Yeah.
And you gave the mommy mom. Oh,
And I was just gonna say extra baggage.
Oh,
I'm not a bag.
Mom, yes, you are, you old bag.
I'm a full typing luggage there. Shut up.
Are you Louis Vuitton?
You wish I'm doing you, buddy.
Speaking of that, somebody.
No, don't say it.
What?
Don't say it.
Why?
Don't say it. You don't have to tell everybody everything.
Oh my God! It's not gonna hurt. to
Don't
sell-
say it.
Nah. Okay. I like telling my Lyft stories and my Uber
That's
stories.
fine.
I know what I found.
Yeah, she found it.
It should be mine. Pippa saying say it.
Fine, say it. Pippa
yeah.
says so.
So Friday night, I did Uber all night. 27 rides.
Yeah.
And we get in the car on Saturday.
Okay.
Mm.
Everybody getting hamster now.
Did our internet go out?
Somebody slap it.
I don't know. I've seen
Oh,
that.
it's back.
It's back. Yay.
All right, right on. The juicy story.
Well, it's really not a juicy story, but it is kind of fun.
Okay.
But yeah, so Friday, I did all these rides. Saturday, we get in the car to go run errands. And Pam she's in the back seat and she says, "What's this?" And she picks it up. It's an Hermes bracelet. Gold.
HERMES.
Yeah. Stamped in it says Hermes inside, made in France. It's gold on the inside with like a white band, and it's got a
Enamel band.
like a twisty clasp that's made
It's
like
an
an H on
H.
the top. And
Rocks.
so I'm like, that belongs to one of my riders last night. I don't know who.
And there was a $20 bill trifolded on the floor next.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it wasn't there when I got in.
But after lunch or before lunch, it was.
And so I contact Uber and like, hey, look, somebody left this in my car. Amber, meanwhile, goes to look up the value of it on the Hermes website.
Good night, Robert.
$620 bracelet somebody left in my car.
Good night, Robert.
Night,
Hey,
Robert.
little gossy girl.
And one of these college girls left this in the car because that's all I had in the car that night was college girls. And would you believe that not a single one of them yet has come forward to claim it? Now, once it's gone unclaimed for
30 days.
30 days, it's mine.
Mine.
But yeah, Amber's because I'm not going to wear it. But yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here trying to
I would be
think of
sick if I lost the 600.
yeah, and I'm sitting here thinking, what kind of person loses a $600 and some bracelet and isn't doing the work themselves to contact Uber to find out what happened to it. It's like, my God, I mean, if I lost something like that, I'd be on the
Someone
phone
made
with-
of daddy's money.
obviously.
Anna says it's mine, Dave. Right?
I
Amber.
looked after my adopted dad for 5.
Amber took my money. Dad just took the bracelet. It's not mine. But in my defense, I get everything I want.
Well,
Right, but I would still check with the last place I was at, which would have been my Uber driver.
and at the same time, I contacted Uber and they contacted my riders on my behalf with my personal phone number so that they could reach me to get it back. And not a single one of them has contacted me back yet.
She may not realize it's lost yet. She may not even recognize she lost it.
If you got that much money that you can't even recognize you lost a $600 bracelet,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
But she could be like me and say, oh, damn. When did I last have it? You know?
But you would think that they would look at their phone because they're always on it. I mean, they get in the car and that's all they do. They get on the car and they're just sitting there on their phone all the time. And then
I
they're
would
like,
still be
and then they're
sad.
showing it to the girl next to them. It's like, oh, look what Ricky sent me. Ooh, Johnny trying to talk to me. Oh, and it's like they're constantly on their phone, so you know they had to have seen a notification that.
I was in down that car all night. You know, I mean,
No,
At least
because
they're
Dave
full.
cleaned his car Friday before he went in, and he would have spotted that right on. Because he does a full detail
there
inside
was
and
a
out.
$20 bill tri-folded right next to it.
I kept the 20.
Amber took it out of my hand.
I gave it to Dave, and he still has it. So
But in my defense or his defense, I get everything I want. So
right,
it'd
Drea?
be okay.
If they can afford a $620 bracelet, that $20 bill ain't gonna mean shit to them.
Drea says it's a person that mommy and daddy gives them everything they want.
Probably.
Or if it's a
But
good Christmas gift.
I'm gonna tell you that describes 90% of University of Alabama students. I'm just saying. I mean, we've got college kids out here on campus riding around in Range Rovers. And we're not talking about the regular showroom dealership model Range Rover. We're talking about the high-end luxury Range Rover. And they're all riding around on like $3,000 rims and Lexuses and Cadillacs. And like, man, when I graduated high school, I had a Pinto.
Nana said, hey, those Alabama students are rich kids anyway. Yeah, but still,
I would feel better if she got her bracelet back, but hey, her loss, my gain.
and I've always told Amber after 30.
Yep.
After 30 days,
It's
if
been
nobody claims it,
2 days, 3 days tomorrow. I don't think
then
she's gonna
I
claim
would
it.
consider it yours.
Yeah.
The cash is already gone.
Lyft is 14 days. Lyft says I have to hold on to an item for 14 days. And then
It
if
was Uber's.
I haven't looked into Uber's policy on that,
Uber you drive with most of that.
Uber. I've only done Uber in the past week. I wanted to see how much I would make a week with Uber. So I did Uber only for this week. And I made a lot more than I've ever made in a week with Lyft. Let's put it that way.
Right.
And if I wouldn't have taken
Saturday.
Saturday night off,
At least it wasn't a pair of dirty panties.
no, but there are drivers that have found those in their car.
Police here says 60 days, then you can claim it. Pippa says.
And that's what I did with the $100 bill when my daughter was older. She found a $100 bill in a ditch. They made her take it to the police department and put it in a Austin thing.
No, she took it to school, and the school called you. Remember?
Right,
And then you found out it was your neighbor's shopping.
right. Sorry, I meant to say my experience as a child,
Oh,
not shop relief. Yeah. I found $100 bill as a kid. And I put it in the lost and found, and after 60 days, it was mine. But my mom did that for me as a lesson. My daughter had a similar lesson. Every year I have to tell it, I can't tell it.
When my sister was about 7 or 8 years old, she found an envelope, a folded envelope with money in it, and she, put it in her pocket, not really thinking of it. And then she sees, she went to school. Mom sees our neighbor frantically looking for a shopping list and the money for the rent or whatever. And then he hollers at Mom, "Hey, you haven't seen this, have you?" And she's like, "No." Not even 5 minutes after he says something to her about it, she gets a call from the school. Your daughter has a large amount of money in her pocket. Is she supposed to have this?
And I said, hold on to it.
Hold on to it. I'm on my way. She then returned. She had Chandra return it to the guy.
My neighbor.
The after school let out, and he rewarded her with $20 out of it.
But she didn't have to do. She was happy to return it.
Yeah.
She was kind of bummed, but happy that.
Well, man, I found money and I can't keep it.
Right.
But she knew,
She knew I wasn't going to let her keep it.
See, I want to keep my perfect track record. Every time somebody has left something in my vehicle, they've gotten it back.
Mm-hmm.
But see, then again, Lyft, I don't know if Uber does it or not.
That's what
I don't know if Uber does it or not, but Lyft gives you $15. They charge the rider $15 for you returning the item, but you get that $15 bonus for returning the item. And so they incentivize it. They incentivize it to the drivers. And I have a perfect record of everything that was left in my car, has been returned back, except a backpack full of booze.
No, I ain't gonna return that.
They left a
snooze, you lose.
backpack full of like natural light seltzers and some beer and a couple of Jello shots in my car, and that ended up not getting turned back in because I don't know if the person that was going to receive it back was 21 or not. But yeah, and so I want to get this bracelet back to them. I really do. I mean,
I would have gone over with it.
In fact, I went as far as last night. Everybody that got in the car last night, or every female that got in the car last night, I was like, look, if you're hanging out with any other girls tonight, can you spread the word around that somebody lost?
Then you might get a false somebody.
But when I go to take it back, if it's a person that I don't recognize that wasn't in my car, because I recognize the faces and remember the faces that have been in my car. I may not remember which ride it was, but I remember the faces that have been in my car. And if it's one of them that I wouldn't remember, and of course they would remember me.
Nana, I got my pen from BFF. It's unicorn something rather. I can't remember, but it's got like diamond dust in it and holographic, hollow whatever those are.
I didn't know that unicorn was a diamond cast.
Right.
It's got diamond dust in it.
It's called integrity, doing the right thing when nobody's looking. You don't have
That's
to.
just the holographic stuff.
No.
Because the diamond powder is a lot finer than that.
Look in between the hologram.
Could be glitter, fine glitter.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't remember that one being a diamond cast. That's why. Either way, it's really pretty, sparkly. But yeah. So yeah, another interesting Lyft story, Friday night. Let's start off by saying the mayor here is kind of weird, and
He ain't all here.
he makes very, very, very weird rules. So like right after we moved here and I started doing my Lyft here in town, he makes the law that all the bars have to close in town for 2 weeks because they don't want the Alabama students getting the COVID because they want to make sure they have a football season. because, football means everything here. And so
Roll Tide.
he closes all the bars. So then the kids are like, well, okay, well, we can't go to the bar. We're going to have house parties. So then the university and the mayor, in cahoots with the university, says, oh, well, we're just going to ride around with the cops and bust up all the house parties, and we're going to suspend the students involved in the house parties. And that's what they've been doing. So Friday night, finally the bars have reopened. So, but they close at 11 because, you can't catch COVID before 11. You can only catch it after 11.
Right.
So,
Right.
so the bars are closed and all the kids are finding these house parties to go to. And I get a call to go pick this dude up. And
What's he have?
I roll up to this house on this little side street off campus. And there must have been 50, 60 people out on the front porch and in the front yard of this place. And the cop rolls up just after I get there while I'm waiting on my rider to come out because he's at this party. And the cop rolls up in front of the house, stops and turns on his lights. And when he did, those kids scattered like roaches in like every direction, down the alleys, behind the buildings. They just took off in every direction. By the time the cop got out of the car and up to the front porch, there was nobody left in that house with the door wide open. And he's just standing there on the porch like he doesn't know what to do. And I look in my mirror and here comes this dude just nonchalantly walking down the street to get in my car. He had taken off around the house next door and come around the house. And with the cop standing right there, he just comes walking up to get in my car down the block. And he gets in, he's like, all right, let's go. I'm like, all right. And I looked at him, he said, that was a close one. I'm like, so I'm gathering that nobody that was out in that front yard was over the age of 21. And he's like, nope. He said, I ain't but 19. I'm like, you realize you're ruining your college career, correct?
Only if I get caught.
No, they don't care about getting caught because that same night, it was surging all night that night and Saturday night too. Or not Saturday night, Thursday night. That was Thursday night. And then Friday night or Friday I took off and then Saturday I worked. Yeah, surging all night Saturday night too with 3 different house parties going on around. But that same night, like right after that, not even an hour later, it's surging in that same area again because they took the party from that house and moved it into the house next door. It's like, how stupid y'all got to be? The cops just rolled up here and broke up this party.
Put these in the freezer.
And then Saturday night, I pick up these 2 girls, and they're like, we're going over to such and such street. I was like, yeah, I watched a party get broke up there last night or night before last. Some cops rolled up and broke the party up. And they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to go there then. So I turned down that street, and right across the street from the house where the party was going on before, they're all out in the front yard again. And the girl's like, I don't think I want to get out of the car here. I really don't think I want to get out of the car here. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? She goes, oh, just go up, drive around the block, and I'll get on the phone and find out where my other friends want to meet me because I'm not going to this party. So we drive up around the block. And as soon as I turn the corner, there's a Tuscaloosa city cop and a campus police sitting there waiting to come around that corner and bust that party up. I ended up taking them over to another party that was going on because there was 3 different ones going on. Oh, my God, these kids. They're never going to learn until it's too late. And like I said, the school is suspending them. And right now, their suspensions are indefinite. So it's like
COVID-19.
they could lose their entire college and they may not even get refunded if they're not allowed to come back. And these kids don't care. They don't care. They're going to one of the biggest universities in the country. And they could care less. All they want to do is party, which is good for me. I mean, I'm making lots of money off of them, but I just see it and I'm like, my God, I wish I had the opportunities you're having. I wouldn't ruin it because I want to go to a house party.
2020.
rather doing it just slop everywhere.
Oh yeah, no, the mayor didn't make the 11 o'clock rule. That's the state thing. But still, I don't understand that whole 11 o'clock rule. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, you mean you can't get COVID before 11, but you can after 11?
That's almost fine. That's what I tried to do. My live chat is not.
You know, when I was younger, I was in the Navy, and that was, yeah. I honestly say I come from experience. I have that outlook on them from experience because I did ruin my Navy career due to alcohol, and I really wish now I hadn't. But that's just not the same opportunity as going to a major U.S. university that people are just dying to get into that can't. And they're just like, they're there because their parents are big donors to the university, and they're there because they have lots of money and everything else, but they just don't understand the major opportunity they have ahead of them going to that prestigious of a university. And they just don't care. Now, granted, you know, I was 19, 20, 21, and I let the alcohol better get the best of me. What are y'all doing?
It's the washer.
Why is the washer bouncing around again?
Because I had it on spin and everything's soft wet.
If that washer's messed up, we need to get a hold of the office and.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, well, see, I had a bad issue when I first got in the Navy. After I got out of boot camp, I had a bad issue of not hearing my alarm in the morning. And that wasn't due to alcohol. That was just due to, I still to this day sleep through alarms without even hearing them. I don't hear alarms very well when I'm sleeping. I sleep so heavily that I was late to class twice, and I went to captain's mast both times. First time I got restriction and extra duty. The second time I got sent to what they call CCU, which was corrective custody unit, basically boot camp all over again for 2 months. And then the third time I had been partying with my buddies in Hong Kong while we were on Liberty, and I had bought one of the little airplane bottles of Absolute vodka in Hong Kong that had Chinese writing on it. And I intended to bring it home and keep it as a souvenir. But I wanted to bring the empty bottle. The empty bottle would have been okay on board the ship. And they had a briefing before we went off on Liberty over the closed circuit TV about how being drunk in public in Hong Kong, the taxi drivers can even just take you to jail if they feel you're too drunk. So we got in a cab, and I had this bottle that I had just bought and was going to take back with me. And I pulled it out, and I cracked the seal on it, and I was about to take a drink and just down it and get it over with. And my buddy was like, "No, man, remember the taxi drivers, man, just do it on the boat." Well, we always called the ship the boat. So I thought he meant just take it back to the boat, down it real quick, and just have the empty bottle. No, he meant the Liberty boat that takes us from the pier out to the ship, which was anchored out in the harbor. So I took it back on the ship with me, and I put it in my locker behind my underwear and forgot it was there the next day when I went off after I had duty the next day. And when I got off, I was in such a hurry to get off the ship to go out on duty or on Liberty that night that I forgot to grab the bottle. And the next day we pulled out of port, and the lieutenant did a command inspection, and he found the open full bottle of vodka in my locker. and that was my third offense or my third captain's mast, and they recommended that my discharge. Pippa, when I was in, my roommates didn't care. They didn't care about anybody but themselves. As long as they were up and out on time, they didn't bother to try to wake you up. That was just the way things were. And unfortunately. So yeah, that's why I'm no longer in the military. Luckily, I only got a general discharge, so I didn't get a bad conduct or a dishonorable. I got a general. So that didn't screw me over for the rest of my life. It just means that I'm not eligible for re-entry, which I'm no longer eligible for that anyway because I'm too old. But I'm not eligible for any VA benefits at all. I gave up I gave up all my rights to a VA benefits for the rest of my life, and I also gave up the college fund, whatever, I can't remember, GI Bill. I never got to use my GI Bill, but yeah, otherwise, it hasn't really hindered me in life since then. If I'd have gotten a dishonorable or a bad conduct, I wouldn't be allowed to own a firearm. Well, normally now, Beth, what I do is if I have to get up, like when I was going to work, and it even happened, I made a video about it, like my second or third video I ever uploaded, which caused a lot of controversy. It was, I was basically complaining about having to get up and go to a job every day and be told when I had to be there and all that, how I really wanted to work for myself and get up when I want to. And it was all based off of what had happened that day, which was I had slept through my alarm and I didn't hear it. And I ended up showing up at work like a half hour late. And my supervisor walked over, who is usually a really cool dude, and he wouldn't do anything like that. Normally, that day, I guess he was just in a bad mood, and he wrote me up, and I was just kind of venting on YouTube about it during a WIP and chat. And, but yeah, it still happens to me. I mean, it happened to me the other day. I set an alarm early because I was planning on going to Birmingham and drive for the day, and I ended up not waking up until 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 or 11.
To be fair, I sleep through them too.
Yeah, she sleeps through them too. But when I was working, what I would do is I'd set my alarm for a half hour before I actually had to get up, so I could hit the snooze 3 times, and it, you know, it was 10 minutes in between snoozes. So that way, the third snooze, I actually dismissed it and got out of bed, and that way I woke up slowly, and I was able to get up out of bed. I hate waking up, hitting right on my feet, and running out the door. I hate doing that.
I can do that.
I've never been capable of just. I've never been capable of just getting out of bed and ready to hit the ground running. I've got to get up, go sit in my chair, have some coffee, and wake up before I actually start getting dressed, you know.
Warm up like the old good. So that made the other day.
Yeah, I had a few late starts in that job, though. But like I said, my supervisor was a cool dude, and he was a friend of mine. And he never had pulled the whole writing you up deal. He was just like, hey, you know, you're not here, you ain't getting paid.
Maybe there was a fire lit under his ass.
Yeah, it's possible. Gabe was a cool guy, but sometimes he could just be an asshole just because he wanted to be.
Because he can.
Yeah. But you know that story because I complained about it to you all the time.
Oh, yeah, and he owned up to it, so it don't matter.
Yeah, he said he was a jerk.
Well, you know, they make an alarm now that you basically have to tell it what you want basically when you download the app and you tell it, I want to have to take a picture of this specific item in my house to shut the alarm off. And that wouldn't work for me because I just say I want to take a picture of my feet to shut the alarm off.
I deliberately put one across the room.
But they say that alarm, and it's a loud, annoying alarm. It's the most annoying alarm you can imagine. And it will continue going off.
Yeah.
It will continue going off until you take a picture of whatever it is that you're supposed to take a picture of in your house.
I have one shaped like a baseball. I threw it.
I had one of those when I was in high school. Yep. And you could bounce, you had to bounce off the wall to make it shut off. That didn't work well for me either.
Oh, I broke mine. I don't know how the hell that happened, but I did. I think I hit it on the corner of the dresser just right. And it shattered the LED.
They make one now that'll actually fry bacon. It's like a wooden box, and you load the bacon in the night before, and when the alarm goes off, it turns on and starts frying the bacon right there next to you, so that you wake up to the smell of bacon every morning. Now, the smell of bacon cooking would wake my ass up really quick.
See, I'm not a big bacon eater.
I
used to be.
bacon either.
I used to be.
You know, I haven't seen any typing since 10:23.
I was about to say something.
Um,
I think the computer needs a refresh. The page does. I gotta get a shower before we go to bed.
there it is. It's back.
Because I found another tick.
I think when the hamsters happened, I have the
Okay.
video pulled up on the screen. I think after the hamsters happened, it stopped.
What I was saying is I think I need to get a shower before I go to bed because I'm still pulling ticks off of me.
Are you?
Yeah. I had one when I went into the bathroom. And they're so tiny.
Yeah, they're smaller than our drills. I mean, they're tiny little ticks.
Is what they're called.
I haven't felt any crawling on me recently. so-
I don't know. I can't tell, but
Pippa says
Pippa
I
says-
can smell you from here.
no, not night. Didn't your mama ever tell you? You don't got nothing to say, don't say it at all?
Yeah, Amber.
Yeah, we must have ran right through a tick nest while we were out in the woods.
Right? Can be.
Yeah.
Do they make spray that keeps ticks off of you before you go out there? We need to get some.
Lemongrass. Help for mosquitoes.
I'll have to do a little looking around.
I'm hoping not either, Saphira's mama, because I pulled one off of my leg before I got in the shower, and
This guy was,
it was
he was in. Mine was in when
Yeah.
I just pulled him out.
I had two that were attached. The other ones weren't. The other three weren't. But the two that were attached, I pulled off. The one on my leg,
Alcohol will get them off in there.
the one on my leg, I pulled him off, and when I got in the shower, it was still bleeding a little bit, and you could see it was swelled a little bit right there. So I'm gonna have to watch that one to see if I get the bullseye.
Run
that
for
one.
fever.
Yes, I could see Hank trying to get the bacon before me. Hank likes bacon.
That's the only human food I've ever seen him eat.
Yep.
Besides tuna. Tuna doesn't count.
Yeah, we've got Lyme disease here, Pippa, and I'm worried about it this time.
I ain't. I've had
I'm
so many
not
ticks.
worried about it.
I've had so many ticks. It ain't funny. It's just another thing for me. Now, if I start seeing the signs, then I might panic a little bit.
Y'all start running a fever, we'll take you to the doctor.
They'll probably try to tell us it's COVID.
Probably be tested for COVID. Just like keeping it real.
Don't let me thank you for reminding me. Don't let me forget tomorrow to call about that.
Maybe something else, you
For
know.
Jimmy's appointment. Poor baby.
Baby boy has a mouthful of cavities. It's got to be put under
I'm
for.
so mad too because he didn't have all those cavities before.
It's kind of like a flu, Pippa. It just makes you ache deep in your bones. Fever, you have chronic fatigue.
It can also cause stroke-like symptoms.
Yeah, it definitely.
Non-curable, correct?
Yes, and it's non-curable. But yeah, you can wake up in the morning and your whole right side of your face is paralyzed.
Like Bell's palsy.
Yeah.
My sister had that before.
Yeah.
When she got the shingles.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm.
She was still in high school when that happened.
I don't know. Is that Rocky Mountain spotted fever, Elizabeth? I can't remember. It was a disease that the ticks were carrying that affected the brains of unborn babies.
Hmm.
Yeah. It was. Lyme disease was first noticed in Lyme, Connecticut. That's why they call it Lyme disease. It's from ticks that eat off deer that come to you and eat off you, and so now you have deer blood in you, and you get this infection, and blah 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 blah. Now from there,
Well, even if they did a blood transfusion, like take all your
No,
blood
Right.
and circulate, it's not.
no,
you can't get rid of Lyme's disease once you have it. It can give you lasting effects for the rest of your life.
no. He thought James already showered. Amber,
I have
showered
not
before
yet.
she left, but she needs to go back in and shower.
Yeah, after I found the first tick, I was like, let me go get a shower and check myself over real quick. If there's any loose ones still walking around, at least they'll come off in the shower. And I found 2 attached ones and 2 more loose ones before I got in the
I
shower.
only found 2 attached ones, and then I flicked one off while we were in the woods, like he was crawling up my arm. But I've been checking. No biggie. I ain't worried about it. I mean,
If you wake up in the morning, half your face is drooping off.
baby, that's not what I'm saying. Obviously, I'm gonna worry about it then. Right now, there's no point worrying about it because I don't got it.
Yeah, I asked Amber if she wanted me to roll her things. She took a hard pass on it.
I mean, it'd be different if it was Dave. Which, to be honest, I might have him look again just to make sure after my shower.
Right.
I mean, no offense, Mama. I mean, you've already seen my business when I was
Wasn't
baby.
there a country song called "I Want to Check You for Ticks"?
For some reason, I don't think he was really talking about ticks. I think he was just want to get in my pants.
I already checked Amber's back, and Dave checked her armpits, and
Under the
I think
boobs.
everything else pretty much.
I checked under the boobs, under the armpits, the back of the neck, the booty cheeks. I've checked it all. But I still found one on my thigh, even though I checked earlier.
Yeah, they like to hide.
Check you for ticks. These kids went rock hounding this morning and came back with ticks.
I completely forgot about ticks. I hadn't had one in so long that I forgot it was a thing. Because I don't think there are ticks in North Dakota. There's plenty of mosquitoes up there.
She has not as of yet.
Yes, I changed my clothes when I got back.
Oh, you did.
Mm-hmm. I did.
I think she's all right.
I'm paranoid right now. I'm just checking that itch I have.
Don't forget your hair.
Oh yeah.
Hank says, yeah.
It's not time yet.
Close. I need a
Hank says it's time when I say it's time.
Yeah, right. You start itching everywhere, huh?
Yeah, I'm being paranoid. Yeah, I get the itchies when I talk about head lice too. Ugh,
Oh,
I hate head lice.
don't get me started on the head lice.
I already told Mom if I get it again, I'm shaving my head bald. I don't give. I can't.
Yeah, I'd be
No.
the first one out.
I
I,
would
uh,
shave
Yeah,
my
Beth,
head bald.
she's over here flipping out.
We fought that battle with my kids for several years with the head lice thing. No matter how many times you get rid of all of them, they go right to school and they come right back home with them.
And of course,
course-
it's only your kids.
Yeah, of course. They kept checking our kids. They wouldn't check any of the other kids in the class. They just keep saying that, if it happens again, we're calling Child Protective Services.
Bitch, please.
Well, why don't you check the other kids in class? Because you guys are letting the kids back in after you check them to make sure there's none there after we've had them home for 2 days getting rid of them. And then you let them come back into school. And then you're the one checking them for it. Well, they had to have gotten it somewhere, and it sure as heck wasn't our house because we got rid of them. So somebody is giving it to our kids.
Yeah,
Been there, done that several times.
y'all, mayonnaise on your hair
Nope, I'm shaving my head
with
bald.
a shower cap for an hour or so.
I'm still shaving my head bald. Fuck that shit.
There goes our monetary again.
Well, shit.
Bomber.
Well, shit.
The school usually doesn't clean. That's the problem, Beth.
Oh, Saphira's mama, we do have, I won't say the paralysis tick, but we do have Lyme's disease here, which does cause Bell's palsy, which is a form of paralysis. So,
Chicken pox.
oh, they didn't, Beth. They didn't, obviously. And I even told the school, I was like, y'all need to one of these spring break or winter
I'm
break or
paranoid,
whatever.
Mom.
You need to have a crew come in and
That's
spray all of
right.
these carpets with some tick kill or some lice spray or something.
You know what you use?
So that
Mule-Team
you get rid of them in the school.
Yes.
And the school flat out told me, no, we will not do that because the spray is harmful to children.
Mule-Team borax will smother them. They feed on you and jump off.
Oh, the
In
paralysis
theory.
mostly affecting cats and dogs. Oh, okay. But no, yeah, we would sit. My ex-wife would sit up all night long for 2 nights and pick through the kid's hair by hand, pulling every last single little nit and lice out of there. We'd shampoo it, and then she'd sit there and pick it all out, and then she'd shampoo again, and then sit and pick the rest that she could find out.
I'm telling
We'd
you,
take them back to school, and the school would sit there and just go through their hair with a fine-tooth comb, digging, looking for nits, and they'd say, okay, they're clean. They can come back. And the very next day, the school's calling us back up again saying, come get your kid. They got lice. And we're like, how'd they get it?
who are they sitting near?
It wasn't us because we always used it. We actually kept cans of that spray around to just periodically
Also,
spray the house down to make sure we didn't have it.
also, lice like clean hair, not dirty.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I only wash my hair once a week.
Did you know in the medieval days that a man's nobility was determined by the amount of lice he had in his hair?
What?
Yes.
Gross.
If he had a lot of lice, he was noble. That's why a lot of times kings are shown like with a purple robe or a red robe, and the fluff around their neck has black spots in the fluff to signify lice and nobility. Because, yeah, I read that and I was like, really? Lice were considered a thing of nobility
Now
back
they're
in the
just
day.
pests. That's it. Next time I get lice, I'm gonna say I'm a queen. Fuck y'all. Bye. And I better not get lice again, I swear. No fun at all.
You know, my ex-wife had them when the kids brought them home to us one time. My ex-wife had them. My sister-in-law had them. All four of my kids had them. I never once got them. Never once. Somehow or another, I never got them.
I
Lucky
never
you.
did either. And you girls lived in it for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we could never get rid of them. No thanks. Not again.
Helen says, can we change the subject? Hank wants your attention. Oh, he's hanging my coat.
Have you had them, Pippa?
Can we change this? Helen, you poor baby. Sorry.
What do you want? What do you want, Tubble?
The fact that I did all this in one live is amazing.
Hey, look how much I got done in one life.
Look how much I did get done.
I got a lot done tonight.
I did too. Look, over half.
Ooh.
Yeah, no thanks.
I do.
So yeah, we've run the whole gamut of subjects tonight. So yeah, we've done a good job. We've hit almost every topic possible tonight.
Except for about poop color.
Well, we're not going to get into poop color because I haven't drank any Liberty Brew lately. So we were talking about that earlier today too. When Mountain Dew Liberty Brew first came out last year, I drank it all the time. I switched over from regular Mountain Dew to Liberty Brew, and as a result, I had like teal colored poop, and it was really off-putting, to say the least.
Not me. I haven't changed my color a bit.
We missed the diarrhea subject.
Oh, a funny story. I had one of the girls in the
Oh,
car
God.
yesterday talking. Last night I had one of the girls talking to one of the other girls. She goes, do you live in such and such hall? You live in the west wing of it? And she's like, yeah. She goes, did you hear about the girl that had diarrhea and there was diarrhea all up and down the hallway last night? And I'm like, oh my God.
That's gross.
Nope, covered it. No
Okay,
thanks.
Pippa. Yep.
Change it.
We covered that now too.
We can change.
I like to eat apples and bananas. There you go. Subject changed.
Oh God, don't even talk to me about that word.
Bed bugs?
Yes.
Yeah. The chick
Had
that I
them
moved.
before.
The chick that I
No.
moved to Grand Forks for had bed bugs when I moved in there.
We had them, and it took a whole exterminator to get it. Mm-mm.
Crafting with Chip Christie. The hell first life? No poop. Yeah, I can talk shit.
Yeah, Christy, you missed the rest of it. Yeah,
Watched replay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Watch the replay because we've covered pretty much every subject tonight that
From
we can think of.
politics to poop, we got it.
Oh, we talked about two kinds of shit today.
Been a shitty kind of night.
Well, shit.
Oh, well, I will say this. I got something this week. I haven't done it yet on a video. I should have unboxed it on a video.
No shame
No,
in this game.
no.
What?
Don't be pulling them big things over here. I'm working.
I won't. I'll.
The man don't listen. You tell him, Hank.
Ah,
I won't. Yeti's doing it.
No, I'm not going to put it on top of the thing where you're working. I picked this up this week. It is massive. It's actually sitting in my chair. It's that big. It's almost, the box is almost as big as my TV screen. Give you an idea how big the model is going to be. And then I also got two smaller ones that are pretty much the same model. They're just different markings. One is a Confederate artillery wagon train with the horses and the riders, and the other one is the Union artillery wagon train with the horses and the riders. Yeah, but it's still the wheels on it, Pippa, are as big as my hand, like that big.
it's bulky.
It's a big. It's a 1/8 scale, so it's huge. No, that's a 1/8, Elizabeth. That's big. They had it at Ollie's.
OLLYS.
IES. OLLIES. Ollie's.
IES.
There, if you don't have an Ollie's near you and don't know what it is an awesome bargain outlet. Basically, they buy out. It's kind of like a Big Lots, but cheaper. They buy out, overstock and
sales.
remaining stock and
Liquidation.
liquidation stuff. Yeah, and then they resell it like pennies on the dollar. And that big model would normally retail for like $100, and I got it for like 50.
Shit, I suppose it's gonna live.
It's gonna live somewhere around here once I build it.
Good luck with that.
I think I'm gonna work on it next when I finish this P51, because that big box has got to go somewhere. There's nowhere to put it. You know what? It's probably big enough he could ride in it.
They see me rolling. They hating.
Riding nerdy.
Riding dirty.
Nerdy.
Dirty.
Nerdy.
The OP song is dirty.
And the Weird Al version is white and nerdy.
They see you like nerdy.
Got my name written on my door.
Riding on a Segway.
I'm whiter than sour cream. And that's the truth. I'm whiter than sour cream.
Hey, how your bopper?
Can you empathize? I can empathize. I have it myself. I have complex regional pain syndrome in my left arm. Ouch.
Yeah. We relocated him to a different spot in the living room. He protests often.
But he likes it over there. He gets up there more often.
Yeah, we had him over here in the corner beside the desk, and he couldn't hardly get to his tower because we had stuff in the way. But now it's out in the open where he can climb up there easy, and
He'll
stays
bop
in it
in the
again.
head,
Yeah,
pin it upside down from the ceiling.
yeah, there we go.
But I love you. Yep. I did a bunch of models for Amber Stab when she was little. Of the Millennium Falcon and the Death Star. And yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool too. I got the Haynes manual for the Millennium Falcon. So now if I ever need to fix the Millennium Falcon, I know how.
Yeah, okay. Amber can handle so better than I could. But yeah, we could make him a pillow.
Yeah, I think I paid like $1.99 for this at Ollie's. I love Ollie's. It's like one of my new favorite places to shop because everything's so cheap. Like they got a huge book section for like little or nothing, like $5.99 for like nice books and $1.99 for some. I think I paid $1.99 for the Sports Illustrated swimsuit portfolio hardback book. And I think I paid like $1.99
Show
for it.
my new color book.
Got this for like $2. Day of the Dead.
I think this one was like $3.99.
I'm probably gonna take this and copy some of them on cardstock and use markers on them. If mama,
Amen, Elizabeth.
Mom would do it.
Amen.
I think I paid like $3.99 for this one. It's a big, thick book on all kinds of recipes for the grill. Because I love to grill. That's where I do my best cooking at, is on the grill.
That's my book.
who you kidding? That's where
Right.
the only cooking you do.
Hey,
Give me shit, babe.
No,
Give me
no,
shit.
no. You make spaghetti all the time.
Oh, yeah, true. And roast. I'm just giving you shit, babe.
Mom always said the difference between boys and men is the price of their toys. Yeah, that's about right. But see, I'm still buying boys' toys. So, unless you count that big ship model, because that's like, I've got enough vested in that one to almost buy a used car.
Sadly, that's true.
But when I get done with that one, I intend on making that one museum quality. So that's why it hasn't been started on yet, because I want to get my modeling skills perfected before I even start
There's
working
no
on it.
such thing as perfection. No such thing.
No. But
But practice makes better.
perfected to the point where I'm happy with my skills and what I'm able to do without screwing things up. Oh, I never got into the RC cars as badly as I wanted to, because I never could afford to do it, because that can be an expensive hobby.
He sure does like his droids. What are those things?
Drones?
Drones.
Yeah, I love my drones.
Sorry, I'm tired.
I like drones.
I
I've got a nice drone.
I think it's time to say goodnight.
I think it probably is. It is 3 hours and 3 minutes. And I'm rambling on about my toys. So
Boys and their stupid toys. Well, I got half of mine done. A little over half.
I got a good chunk of that section done that I started last week during the live.
I have that much left. I'll probably finish it
Probably
next.
They could place 30 or 40 drones.
I'll probably finish it on next Sunday's live. I like doing the small things during our live.
Yeah, Elizabeth, the RC aircraft is what I really wanted to get into doing, but that that's a ridiculous expensive
My
hobby.
cousin did that.
And then you buy the plane and you spend thousands of dollars building it and getting it running right, and then you take it out and fly it, and the first time you find out something was wrong with it and it crashes, and then you just spend all that money for nothing, and all the time you spent building it. And no, couldn't do it.
Good night, y'all.
Thanks for hosting. I hope you get rid of all the ticks. It was lovely seeing you walk.
I posted some on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Not a
Good
whole
night,
lot.
everyone.
Good night.
Good night,
Love
y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Happy birthday again, Pippa. Enjoy your day tomorrow, love.
Yes. I'll go post the progress you made while you were watching and laughing along with us. So until next week, or maybe before, I don't know. Maybe throw another video up this week. I don't know yet. Depends on how much I work. I plan on taking at least one day off during the week, probably Wednesdays, because Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are super
You're
busy.
rambling again.
Good night, y'all. Rock on, y'all.
Toodles.